Displaying the form of true champions, the Los Angeles Lakers turned the Western Conference playoffs into their personal playground, winning 11 straight games. While the Detroit Pistons faced a bumpier path to the finals, scratching and clawing their way with a bulletproof defense that has landed them back in the spotlight of the NBA Finals. Opening night of the NBA Finals is one the Lakers would rather forget, as they performed without sharpshooter Byron Scott. Instead, the sharpshooters belonged to Detroit as the Pistons played like champions, forming a roadblock the Lakers simply could not avoid. For LA, it was an evening of frustration as they watched the Pistons draw first blood. The Pistons' impressive performance in Game 1 drew rave reviews in Motown. And now it's the defending champions who must rise to the occasion one more time. And on this June 8th evening, most of the working people of Detroit, Michigan have left their offices and factories. They have put their work aside for the moment and have settled in to watch another group of laborers punch in. And this is the factory where those guys work, the Palace of Auburn Hills, home of the Detroit Pistons. The Motor City, you should know, is consumed with thoughts of this lunch pail team bringing them an NBA World Championship. And tonight, we've arranged for you to have the best seat in the house as you join the 20,000 here to watch round 2 of Motown versus Showtown. So come on in and welcome to CBS Sports coverage of the 1989 NBA Finals. It is the Los Angeles Lakers and the Detroit Pistons. And good evening, everybody. I'm Pat O'Brien. Well, we are almost where we were just a year ago. It is Game 2 of this best-of-7 series. The Pistons lead the series 1-0. The difference is that last year the Pistons had stolen Game 1 at the Forum in Inglewood, California. This year Detroit won at home, and it's up to the Lakers to steal one in this building, and they'd like to get that one out of the way tonight. Well, what is your image of the Lakers coach Pat Riley? Unflappable, the quintessential GQ man? Well, over the past couple of days, he's been referred to by his own teammates as a madman. In short, Riley did not like what he saw on Tuesday night, and in no uncertain terms has told his team, if you are a team of destiny, the wake-up call better come pretty quickly. Well, fortunately for Riley and the Lakers, the team employs a guy named Earvin Magic Johnson, who they are counting on to show why he was this year's MVP. The irony is that Magic is a native son of Michigan and was virtually shut down by an out-of-towner on Tuesday, a Louisiana product by the name of Joe Dumars, who has quietly and without fanfare gone through the playoffs, shutting down the superstars, Michael Jordan, and in Game 1, Magic Johnson. Well, the spotlight tonight will shine very brightly on Magic and Dumars, and just a little while ago, James Brown of our staff caught up with Magic Johnson just outside the Laker locker room.
Magic, speculation is that you're going to take more responsibility on your shoulders tonight. What exactly does that mean?
Well, that has to do with that I have to be involved in everything. I think I have to rebound a little bit more to take it off the board and get myself and get the team into a transition game, get some more easier, whether it be baskets or shots for ourselves. And then on the offense, I must look to create for myself a little bit more, especially now that Byron's out. Maybe I have to look to even beat the double team before either the double team gets there, or once the double team does get there, then still try to go for my shot first before I look to pass.
All right, let's go back upstairs now to Pat O'Brien.
Well, a very serious and focused Magic Johnson. Now, one of the other Pistons who will get to the assignment to guard Magic Johnson tonight is Dennis Rodman. Now, not many people know that Dennis injured his lower back during the Chicago series. What is worse is that he has aggravated it to the point where today he had to be taken to a Detroit area hospital for treatment. This amounted to heat, sonic stimulation, and a bold statement from the ace defender for Detroit. Here's what he said.
It's been sore ever since. But hey, this is it. There's no time to be crying about pain now.
Dennis told me earlier that every time he jumps it hurts, but he said he'd worry about it during the summer. Well, Brent Musburger is on assignment at the College World Series. James Brown, as you've seen, is here with us tonight. And as we get set for Game 2, let's go down to two gentlemen who we would never change. Dick Stockton and Hubie Brown. They'll be calling the game. Dick, you're on.
Thank you very much, Pat. Chuck Daly said that Isiah Thomas played his best game of the season on Tuesday night. Now, here's a guy who came into the league as the boy wonder. It was Isiah Thomas and the Detroit Pistons. But since then, every time something bad happens to the Pistons and any losses, everyone points the finger at Isiah Thomas. In effect, he has been a villain in some instances, and you remember some of the controversies throughout the year. But I think it's time to bring him back because he is still the heartblood of this club. He is the man who sets the tone. He took the pressure off a lot of his teammates in game number 1. And you have to remember, he's only 6'1". He is hurt now, and he plays hurt. A most durable star indeed is Isiah Thomas. And he may be misunderstood at times, but if the Pistons are to win, he is going to be the man that's going to make it happen. Now, in game number 1, Isiah was hardly the only man in a great guard triumvirate of a high-octane performance. Hubie Brown explains.
The most impressive play in game 1 was that of the Detroit guards, particularly with their non-stop penetration to the basket. The big three of Isiah Thomas, Joe Dumars, and Vinnie Johnson all had big nights offensively. But beyond that, it should be noted that their tireless defense drew 7 charges for offensive fouls on the Lakers. The battle for easy baskets, so important in this series, dominated by defense, was won handily by the Pistons and continues to be a major factor in the series. Notice how the Pistons fill the 3 lanes while the Lakers are lagging behind in their defensive rotations. And finally, the Pistons' interior defense of Magic Johnson left the Lakers frustrated and confused at times, a problem the Lakers must overcome in game 2.
And talk about confused, Hubie, can you believe that Magic Johnson took only 12 shots in that first game?
Well, it's hard, Dick, when you think that James Worthy was struggling. I honestly thought that without Byron Scott, James struggling, that Magic's input would be up in that 20 to 25 shot. But tonight, he's going to push the action, make it happen off the dribble, and then when he goes into the power game, he will force Detroit to double and triple team to open up that outside perimeter game.
Now, as we know, Byron Scott's still out with the hamstring. He may not even play the rest of the series. Michael Cooper again will be in the lineup at guard. Did the Lakers contemplate any lineup change?
Well, they were thinking hard because bringing Tony Campbell. Now, if Michael Cooper does not get off to an early start with a lot of pizzazz, we're going to see Tony. 19 points in game 1. But when you go to the big lineup of Campbell and with Magic Johnson, you are giving in to the speed and quickness of the Detroit guards, not only off the dribble, but in the open floor. Should be interesting.
Well, Hubie, even though Detroit won, Chuck Daly not taking any chances, and he reminded the Pistons about how the Lakers have had a history of coming back after being embarrassed in game 1. That's the story from down here where it's real loud, Pat O'Brien.
Well, Dick Stockton, there is no question that this has become a basketball city, and so far in this series, it has so many names, we've had to make note of them. Bad boys versus the good guys. The white hats versus the black hats. 3-piece. Detroit, L.A., the rematch. Motown versus Showtown. Let's just call it Game 2. The Los Angeles Lakers and the Detroit Pistons. Fasten your seatbelts and join us for the NBA on CBS.
CBS Sports coverage of Game 2 of the 1989 NBA Finals is sponsored by Jeep and Eagle, official vehicles of the NBA. Allstate for home, auto, and life insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate. And by Miller Lite, sole sponsor of Lightomania. The mask comes off tonight.
A6, hurry and you'll make it.
Delta Airlines ticket agent Sam Singletary knows how to get people moving.
Mr. Franklin, your bag.
But sometimes he has to show off a few moves of his own. The kind of moves that made him a first-string halfback. Sam Singletary shares a feeling with everyone at Delta. He loves what he's doing, and it shows. Thanks.
He's the kid.
Presenting a turning point in the history of screwdriving. The Black & Decker cordless screwdriver. A screwdriver so powerful it can drive 100 screws on a single charge. Any less, and it wouldn't be the Black & Decker cordless screwdriver.
If you don't like the looks of your car, shoot it with Son of a Gun from STP. Shoot the dash, seats, tires, and roof. Son of a Gun protecting. Man, what a difference.
It's always been easy to take Jeep off the road. Now it's easy to put Jeep on the road. Announcing the National Jeep Sale. Get $1,000 cash back on Jeep Cherokee, the only domestic vehicle in its class with 4 doors. Get $1,000 back on Jeep Wagoneers, up to $750 back on Jeep Comanche, and get a great low price on Jeep Wrangler. So why buy an ordinary vehicle when you can own an American legend? Don't miss the National Jeep Sale, now at your Jeep Eagle dealer.
Where does Spot spend his summers? On your chest. You can get a 7-Up Spot t-shirt free with the purchase of specially marked 7-Up products.
The Palace of Auburn Hills, Michigan, the scene of Game 2 of the NBA Finals, and the starting lineup for the Lakers at forward. James Worthy and A.C. Green at guard. Magic Johnson and Michael Cooper. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the center, and Pat Riley, who has never won Coach of the Year honors. For the Pistons, Mark Aguirre and Rick Mahorn, the forwards. Isiah Thomas and Joe Dumars, the guards. Bill Laimbeer in the middle, and Chuck Daly, who has had 6 straight winning years as coach of the Detroit Pistons. So the stage is set. Pistons won Game 1 by 12. That's their margin of victory last year. Won at the Forum. But the Lakers are an embarrassed and mad outfit. Darryl Garretson, Hugh Hollins, and Joe Crawford are the officials. And it'll be Laimbeer against Kareem. Controlled by Detroit. They're in white. The Lakers are in the dark uniforms. They're purple.
Detroit likes to start out with a lot of motion to try to see what kind of a defense and where your pressure will come from.
You can see the Lakers are already playing the Pistons a lot tighter than they did in the early moments of the first game. Dumars on Magic Johnson. Pat O'Brien chronicled that matchup at the top.
Well, they like to start off with either Kareem or Worthy trying to go down inside. Here they are going to Kareem.
And they're having a wrestling match. Laimbeer and Kareem inside. 5 on the shot clock. And now the Pistons. Again. Thomas. Green. The rebound. The Lakers got into early foul trouble in the first game of the series, and that really hampered the minutes of many of their players.
So I expect him to take him now.
Johnson gets the basket and draws the foul, and he took him.
See, in Game 1, Dick, Magic would go down into the area in that first quarter and look to pass out to get everyone involved. But tonight he feels the pressure on himself to excel early.
Joe Dumars committed the personal foul. And the score is 3-0. The Lakers led only once in Game 1. That was 12-10 midway in the first period. So already they have their biggest lead of the series.
Trying to get Isiah Thomas involved here.
Nowhere to go, and it's last touched by Cooper. So it's still Pistons ball. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Chuck Daly, who has a popular one-on-one television show. He does a lot of extracurricular activities on the air here, radio and TV. Mahorn, short with the jumper. Johnson, Magic Johnson, and Dumars picks him up. Thomas all over Cooper. Worthy, top of the key. He missed his first 5 shots yesterday. Misses his first one tonight. Or Tuesday night. Dumars. Rebound by Aguirre. Dumars. And a foul. Tell you, that was a great pass by Aguirre on the baseline to Dumars.
Well, in Game 1, major contribution from the small forward position. Aguirre and Rodman, 10 boards apiece. Beautiful pass that time by Aguirre. Always looking for the free man. You know, a lot of people say, hey, you know, Aguirre came to this ball club, you know, but he was a big-time scorer. He came here averaging 25 a game in his career.
Foul was on Worthy. Dumars makes the first free throw, and keep in mind that Mark Aguirre has led the Pistons or helped them to a 25-1 record here at the Palace since he arrived.
Well, like I said, in game one, Rodman and Aguirre wore out the rebounding. 20 rebounds at your small forward position. That's a monster stat.
Just underway here at the Palace of Auburn Hills. Dick Stockton and Hubie Brown. Game 2 of the NBA Finals. It's 4 out of 7, and the Pistons already have chalked one up.
Oh, nice move.
Laimbeer makes the foul, and for a 42-year-old man, that wasn't too shabby for a quick move baseline, Hubie.
Well, we'll see on this replay that when the ball goes into Kareem, you'll see they're banging around. Laimbeer's trying to get Kareem away from his favorite spot, but there it is, the quick drop step.
Again, they go to Kareem. Laimbeer has picked up a foul. Sky hook is good. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who won 3 NCAA championships at UCLA when he began his career out of high school. He wants to cap it with 3 NBA titles with the Lakers at the end. Thomas, no basket, an offensive foul called against Isiah. There's Byron Scott, a 20-point scorer who the Lakers don't have with a hamstring tear. He's been going under an electric stimulator to try to get him better, and they'll make an evaluation before Game 3 on Sunday. There's a guy who could see a lot of action, Tony Campbell, and will.
Well, they missed Scott's defense at the point guard position versus an Isiah Thomas.
And a foul away from the ball. It'll be against Thomas, and 2 quick ones on Isiah Thomas. As you see, the Pistons have yet to hit a basket. And Vinnie Johnson will come in. So the first foul trouble story is Isiah Thomas. He goes out with 2. And Vinnie Johnson, the microwave, has replaced him. He scored 19 points in the opening contest in a big effort.
Well, if you're zeroing in tonight, everything that the Lakers have run in their half-court offense has been down inside.
To both Kareem and to Magic. Magic misses the hook, gets his rebound. Worthy likes to go in the paint, and he staggered his way in for the score, and the Lakers are up by 5.
Well, Detroit has no one that can play James out that high if he goes off the dribble.
This is a serious Laker club. Their eyes show it. Detroit gets back defensively, but James Worthy, off to a better start, has 4 points, and it's 9-2 Lakers. Timeout. Chuck Daly wants to talk it over.
Good call that time by Chuck Daly. His team is totally out of sync. They're ending up with too many perimeter jump shots.
Give me one good reason why you chose the Eagle Premier.
High-tech engine, roominess, aerodynamics, European design.
I only asked for one.
Take your pick.
You know, ball players learn superstitions early. Some guys rub their bats for luck.
Good job.
Some guys always wear rally hats. Others bet the catcher's head. Me, I take my relief pitcher to Pizza Hut before every game.
Now buy a Pizza Hut pizza and get a relief pitcher for just $2.49. Then get free Pepsi fill-ups all summer with any dinner-sized pizza to go. Every pitcher sold helps support Little League of America.
With a great relief pitcher, maybe you don't need superstitions.
Pizza Hut, make it great.
You're about to buy a new house, your first house, and you're now beginning to ask yourself about things like homeowner's insurance. Like, what if somebody slips on your sidewalk? What about vandalism? Will that be covered in your policy? Call Allstate before you close for answers and comforting prices. Another reason.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
A member of the Sears Financial Network.
Do you know what makes that Eagle Summit special?
It's incredible dual warranty.
You got it.
Unbelievable room.
You got it.
I just wish it had a lower price.
You got it.
This is a tough matchup for the Pistons. Rick Mahorn against James Worthy, the Lakers' leading scorer in the playoffs. It worked in Game 1.
Well, on this miss right here, you know, Mahorn is not on Worthy as he swoops in like a bird. But, you know, Rick says guarding James Worthy is like a nightmare. It's like a chore. You wake up in the middle of the night and you hear voices saying, Worthy, Worthy, Worthy. I like that.
because he knows that no matter what, James Worthy is going to keep shooting.
There you see when they win, what his production is. When they lose, it's way down. James Worthy, who's been the leading playoff scorer for the Lakers the last 3 years, off to a good start with 4 points. Pistons still without a field goal in this game, with 8 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the first period. Worthy is guarding Vinnie Johnson now. Great move by Vinnie Johnson. He went around a quick man for the basket.
Well, they're relying on Worthy to take away the jump shot, but Vinnie has the advantage with the quickness.
Detroit has a quickness edge on the Lakers. When was the last time any team had that kind of an edge on them? Kareem inside against Laimbeer. So they're going to the big man, and Abdul-Jabbar and Worthy each have 4.
Already Kareem has shown a drop step move, a reverse pivot, a sky hook, showing it all.
And you taught him all of that when you were an assistant with Milwaukee.
Oh, sure.
Vinnie Johnson, wild shot, out of bounds, and it's still Detroit ball. Well, maybe some of the moves.
What I like about Aguirre tonight, he's really in there getting his suit dirty. He's in on the offensive board, banging around.
Magic now is on Vinnie Johnson. Worthy is back guarding Mahorn. Cooper is all over Dumars. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Quick double by the Lakers. Laimbeer open. 2-point basket by Bill Laimbeer, who basically has been a quiet performer in the playoffs for Detroit.
And they need his perimeter game to loosen things up.
A.C. Green nails it, and the Lakers lead 13-6. Green only played 25 minutes because he was one of the players getting into early foul trouble. Plus, he had a tooth loosened. It was put back yesterday by the dentist.
Well, they miss he's the intangible man, the guy that hits that jump shot and also gives you great defense and board play.
And they're going to call against Detroit. Mark Aguirre called for the offensive foul.
Watch this matchup here. We have A.C. Green on the second team all defense, taking a staggering shot like a punch almost with the elbow right on the jaw.
Well, Aguirre hit him in the teeth and loosened one in game number 1. Magic finds Worthy. Great play by the Lakers. So Magic said he would score, post up, and pass, and already he's done all 3.
What I like early is that Worthy is outside moving around. They're just not letting him post up where Mahorn's size and weight, really hampers him.
Joe Dumars off balance will draw the foul. But basically, this crowd is out of the game as Dennis Rodman is getting the ice pack even now. We'll see when Chuck Daly goes to him. He's been bothered by the back injury. But this crowd has been silent here at the Palace, and Dumars on the line. The foul by Green is first. He had to guard the MVP runner-up in the previous series in Michael Jordan, and now he only has to guard the league's MVP, Magic Johnson.
This guy's a coaching dream. Every single coach in the league loves what he can do. He plays second guard, point guard, an outstanding defensive player on the all-defensive team, and he comes in with great stats every night.
Could only convert one. 15-7 LA. Looking low, tip by Vinnie Johnson. 8 on the shot clock. 3-point attempt by Magic. Missed. Loose ball foul against Detroit.
The A.C. Green is the Lakers' Dennis Rodman on the offensive board. That's where he is. He is the most active Laker that they have. That was missing in game 1.
The foul is on Bill Laimbeer, his second. James Edwards, who was an offensive dynamo, has replaced Bill Laimbeer. Isiah Thomas has 2, so does Laimbeer. So unlike the opening game of the series, it's the Pistons who have gotten themselves into early foul trouble. Worthy into Kareem. Whistle, no basket, and a 3-second violation called against the Lakers, so it'll turn it over to the Pistons.
Kareem is extremely active tonight, looking for the shot. People kind of forget that in that short period of time of 14 minutes in game 1, he had 8 points.
And a whistle. That time it might have been Kareem against Edwards inside.
That's Magic here, working hard. He's going to make the pass, and then we get a little
I don't know. That looks like a little tag team wrestling right there, Dick.
I think we may see a lot of that.
Well, I'm impressed with the Lakers defense. They're up in there tonight.
Edwards, big offensive threat. He scored 15 points in 25 minutes in the first game. He already has Kareem to commit a foul, and you can see the Pistons are going to go inside to him. Mahorn on the block. Makes the block on Worthy. 2 on 3. Now Cooper on a mismatch is on Edwards.
Well, Edwards is yelling to get out of there. Let me back him down.
An illegal defense has been called against the Lakers, their first. That's a warning.
Pat Riley, he's concerned, but he's kind of happy with the way things are going now. He has excellent movement. His defense is quick tonight. Everyone is quick afoot.
Happy? 15-9 after that first game disaster. He ought to be dancing in the streets. Edwards misses from the baseline, and here's Worthy quickly out. But the Lakers look much sharper on both ends in this one thus far.
Absolutely.
Worthy open. Rebound Green. Foul. Basket counts. And A.C. Green, the leading rebounder on the Lakers. Trying to conclude a three-point play here, and the foul is on Aguirre, and he has two.
Watch as the shot goes up in the lower part of your screen. Here he is backing his way out. That's the easiest way to get an offensive rebound, is to be behind the backboard and move your body out into the defensive player.
So already, Aguirre, Laimbeer, and Thomas have 2 fouls, and that will necessitate Dennis Rodman, bad back and all, coming into the game. He replaces Aguirre, and A.C. Green is on the line. Now, you talk about another Laker problem. How about their woeful free throw shooting, where they missed 12 free throws in the first game of the series?
Well, the reason why that is such an amazing stat, Dick, is because they were second in the league over 82 games. They shot 80% for the season.
And 80% is really good. Here's the trap by the Lakers. You'll see that a lot tonight.
The reason why they use it is to get you out of your half-court continuity.
Mahorn low, quickly out to Vinny. He wasn't ready for the pass. Fires it up. He didn't have control, rushed it up with 3 seconds, and the microwave has 2 baskets.
The microwave is still hot from the other evening, I'll tell you. In the early shooter-out tonight, I don't think he missed.
And Magic comes right back with an outside shot. Michael Thompson said Magic's going to come out like a pit bull who hasn't eaten in several days. That's what he thought, looking at him in practice the last couple of days. 20-11. Dumars in traffic, draws the foul, and Cooper raises his hand. We're at the Palace of Auburn Hills. Crowd of 21,454. They've sold out every game this year. Dick Stockton and Hubie Brown with the Lakers, who lost the first game, taking the measure with a 9-point lead over the Pistons early on here. Michael Thompson has replaced Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the Laker lineup, and Dumars has come in. What kind of a game has it been thus far, Hubie?
Oh, I think it's perfectly played by the Los Angeles Lakers. There's a lot of movement. You can see Magic is looking for a shot. They involve Kareem early. At the other end of the floor, Detroit naturally is a little frustrated because their shots are not going down, but the opportunities are there.
You saw the Laker center substitution. Thompson for Kareem. Thompson played 37 minutes, and Abdul-Jabbar only 14 because of foul troubles in game 1. Winding down to 4 minutes to go in the first quarter, and you can see the shooting, a big part of any basketball game, favors LA. On the switch, Mahorn to Magic Johnson, the pick and roll. Michael Thompson has it blocked, and then he travels.
Joey Crawford has the call.
And did he call a foul before the traveling violation? Let's see. They did not reset the clock after the block.
See, the block went into the board, so there should have been a new 24-second clock. Now Darryl Garrettson is out asking Joey, you know, what his interpretation was, and Joey had that all the way.
So there's a new clock, and the Lakers have the ball. Worthy, Thompson, Cooper, Green, and Magic Johnson for the Lakers.
See, from a technical standpoint, Detroit did not handle the pick and roll well the other night, and tonight it's already causing problems.
Cooper banks in 3. Michael Cooper, who hit the only 3-point basket for the Lakers, used a little of the glass.
Yeah, but you know, when you play horse, you have to do that and be matched.
That's true. Dumars slices in nicely for the basket. Riley didn't want to see any of those guards penetrating, just as Dumars did. Cooper. 2 in a row for Cooper. So he may be on a run right now. And a 10-point lead for the Lakers matches their biggest.
The guy with the basketball right now is off to a good start. He's breaking down the Laker defense.
Vinnie Johnson gets the basket and the foul, and all of a sudden, the Piston guards, Dumars and Vinnie Johnson, are slicing inside for easy hoops. And the foul is on Michael Thompson.
You'll see coming off now. There's the little head fake to get the defensive player up. See, the Lakers are switching on all pin downs on the baseline area. Now, when that happens, the center steps out on Vinnie Johnson or Joe Dumars, and they just take them.
Both teams in the penalty early in this game. 7-point lead for the Lakers. Dumars picking up Magic Johnson, making him work to bring the ball across. Here's a three-point attempt by Magic. He's got it. He had one more three-point basket this year than in his previous 9 years in the NBA.
Has he taken 12 shots yet? That's what it feels like. And they're all going in.
That's the main thing. Mahorn, good position. Rick Mahorn. Thomas, one of 3 Pistons with 2 personal fouls and on the bench. Worthy working in against Rodman. Blocked away. One thing Worthy said is that he has to quickly adjust to the different defenders he sees. He has seen Mahorn. Now he's looking at Rodman.
Renters, insure your boxer shorts from lightning, theft, fire, and more. Renters Insurance covers things like VCRs and TVs, too. Renters Insurance, another reason you're in good hands with Allstate.
Orange in through the heat, shooting up the fire like a rocket in space. You can't get no higher. Minute Maid Orange. Orange soft drink, stuffing and ruffing and never bluffing for nothing. While I've been chasing and facing the orange taste that's blazing, yeah, scoring. Pouring the orange, that ice. Cruising, choosing, juicing, so nice. Rap ball thrilling, orange chilling. The devil slam fire, set the next on fire. When it's Minute Maid, it's made, no jokes. That's all, folks, and Dominique jumps. The orange.
Made up my mind. I'm gonna do it. Why shouldn't I? I'm the one who has to look at myself in the mirror every morning. So before I lose another hair, I'm going to the doctor. I know doctors have treatment programs that are proven to work. More guys are trying them every day. I'm not bad now, but I wouldn't mind looking better.
Your doctor can really do something about hair loss. So see your doctor, or call this toll-free number.
Renters, insure your pajamas from fire, theft, explosion, and more. Renters Insurance covers things like computers and stereos, too. Renters Insurance, another reason you're in good hands with Allstate.
You never know where history will unfold, but you always know where to turn. The CBS Evening News with Dan Rather. You always know when it's CBS News.
Dick Stockton, Hubie Brown, Pat O'Brien, and now let's join James Brown. JB?
All right, Dick, one might assume that as an ex-Los Angeles Laker player having a seat 4 stories above the playing floor down below, that maybe that's a result of perquisites lost with the status of being an ex-Laker player. But that's not quite the case. I'm standing with Kurt Rambis, who is also playing with the Charlotte Hornets, but working as a sportscaster in Los Angeles following the Lakers. Are you surprised seeing the Lakers come out as well, minus Byron Scott?
Absolutely. I think they can make up for anybody's loss. They have enough talent on the ball club. In the first game, they just came out a little flat, a little rusty from not playing for 8 days. Now they're out there playing the aggressive basketball that they're capable of, and the score shows that.
Quickly, how difficult is it for you to watch what you've been a part of for so often?
Well, it's very difficult, but I played a lot for Charlotte, and I'd rather play a lot all season long and miss the playoffs.
And he also said, once a Laker, always a Laker. Let's go back downstairs to Dick Stockton.
All right, thank you very much, JB. And, of course, Kurt Rambis gave us a lot of thrills with earlier Laker NBA Finals against Boston. Worthy guarded by Mahorn again. Mahorn's done a good job against him.
That's his second block, Dick.
So Mahorn started, Rodman, and now Worthy again. So Mahorn, so Worthy's going to have to make another adjustment. Winding down to 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Vinnie Johnson. Green the rebound. Here's Cooper. Lost control but did not travel as the crowd thinks. Green fights inside and a jump ball as Mahorn ties up Green, and Rick Mahorn's post defense has been terrific.
You'll see it right here. There's a shot. Now there's a good move by Mahorn as he steps out. He pops AC Green, but we're seeing that all around tonight at both ends of the floor. The way that they're shedding people today is with their forearms and their upper bodies, banging them and then making moves.
Orlando Woolridge has replaced James Worthy, who goes out with 6 points. Lakers get to tip.
Well, you can't fall asleep like that. That gave Magic an easy shot.
Cooper in three-point territory. Dumars picked him up quickly. Stuck through by Orlando Woolridge, who got into foul trouble and only played 24 minutes. This is a Piston team that out-rebounded the Lakers by a huge margin, and you can see how long that drought has been off the boards for them. The Pistons have been a hot shooting team lately after a cold start. Dumars missed, and here's Magic with 1:08 to go in the first quarter.
Look out.
All the way, tipped, controlled by Rodman. Pass to Dumars. Cooper with him. Dumars will go to the line to shoot. Risky foul by Cooper there. He almost saw the hoop as well, as Tony Campbell will replace Michael Cooper, who did a good job to start this game for the Lakers.
Excellent job by Michael Cooper. Here we have Magic taking it all the way. Now watch how James Edwards comes, and then Mahorn once again. Now they have blocked in that penetration for layups 3 scores they've taken away, erased with the shot block. This guy right here on the line is having some ball game. He is attacking the basket against all defenders.
Not that he had a weak game Tuesday night. He scored 22 points and missed only 5 of 16 shots. But his college record shows, you mentioned it many times, that he can be a prolific scorer, but has been basically a defensive star in this league. Already, Dumars is 6 of 7 from the line, indicating even more so how much he's getting inside.
Well, he's deceiving. You know, he's 190 pounds, Dick, and he's very strong across the upper body in that shoulder area. He can take that pounding.
Cooper, by the way, went to the bench with his second personal, and Tony Campbell, as we told you, replaced him. Green against Rodman. Offensive foul against AC Green. That's a second.
This is an excellent defensive unit on the floor for Detroit right now. They're playing with the confidence of the shot block, but their foot quickness tonight. Look at that. How about that for a charge? Now, Rodman's 6'9". He's always anticipating your favorite move.
Kareem is going to check back in, and AC Green goes out. They want to make sure he's all right. He's been hit in the mouth. He has taken a lot of punishment.
How do you like that up front now? They have Thompson, Kareem, and Woolridge. A lot of size.
Off the screen, Vinnie Johnson nails another, and Vinnie Johnson has 9 points. He and Dumars are the leading scorers for the Pistons. And when you know that 2 out of the 3 scorers, the guards have to score, they've got it going.
Well, Vinnie always says, I don't care who's got a hand in my face. When I'm hot, I'm hot.
18 seconds remain in the quarter. Kareem hits another sky hook, and it's 32 to 24, and now the Pistons will play for the last shot.
See, I like Riley's move, bringing Kareem back in the ball game right now, because he's having a good evening.
Dumars goes in again and gets the basket with a left-handed layup. 11 for Joe Dumars, and the final second elapses, and that is the end of the first period. With the score, the Lakers 32 and the Pistons 26. And we'll return to the Palace after this word from your local station.
This is CBS.
Ray Kinsella didn't believe in ghosts.
Who's hearing voices?
Ray is. But they believed in him.
That is so cool.
Field of Dreams has been compared to Close Encounters of the Third Kind and Rocky.
Am I completely nuts?
Not completely.
It's full of fun and wonder. It's the motion picture event of the year. Kevin Costner, Field of Dreams, rated PG. Now playing at a theater near you.
To the average car, this could be a dangerous body of water, even though it's only an inch deep. That's why you should drive the new four-wheel drive Subaru Legacy, the latest in foul-weather gear. Take a closer look at the Subaru Legacy and you may end up on another kind of vehicle, a Carnival cruise ship. Grand prize in the Subaru Legacy Take a Closer Look sweepstakes. See your Subaru dealer for details.
The kids who keep the Pistons cool, a live report after the game.
Tell me about the first time you ever got high.
I was 7.5, and I wasn't really a joint hit. You know, I took a bong hit. It got to the point where I was getting stoned, you know, maybe twice a day, you know. At least every day I was getting stoned or drunk.
Well, the first time I tried acid was when I was 10. When I took it, I was, like, sort of scared. Like, on the second try, I was still scared, and, like, on the third, it wasn't that bad. It's just to be in the crowd, to be with my friends, you know. They wanted me to do it, so I tried it.
If I was to get in a fight with my dad or, you know, my brothers, you know, I'd just go out and, you know, get stoned or go out and get drunk.
What made you decide to stop?
Because I figured either I'm going to quit or I was going to end up dead someplace or in jail or somewhere. I know better enough that this stuff kills people.
You know, you look back and, you know, you see what you did, and it's like, jeez, that was pretty stupid.
CBS Sports coverage of Game 2 of the 1989 NBA Finals is sponsored by AT&T, the right choice. The Upjohn Company. If you're concerned about hair loss, see your doctor. And by Ford and your Ford dealer. Have you driven a Ford lately?
And welcome back to CBS Sports exclusive coverage of the 1989 NBA Finals. After one quarter of play, it's the Lakers 32 and the Pistons 26 as the Lakers will try to even this series. In Game 3, we'll ship to the Forum in Inglewood, California, and we'll be there Sunday, and we hope you will too at 3:30 Eastern Time. Joe Dumars with a tremendous first quarter effort, UB Brown.
Watch how he just takes magic. He's going to use the crossover and go right down inside. He levels them off. Watch how he levels them off. Now, watch the extension as he goes with that left hand. Beautiful. He kisses the glass as well as anyone off the dribble in this league.
Dumars and Vinnie Johnson scored 20 of the Pistons' 26 points, but the Lakers had good balance led by Magic Johnson's 8, and they have the lead. As John Sally has come into the ball game, so defensively up front it's Sally, Rodman, and Edwards. And they'll call the foul, an elbow offensive foul called against the Lakers. Orlando Woolridge. This is a high-contact game. We don't want to say physical, but it's high contact. Wouldn't you say so far?
Why not physical? I mean...
I've go into my thesaurus.
Guys are getting popped all over the floor here.
Magic is on Dumars. Edwards guarded by Kareem. Double team on Edwards leaves Sally free for the baseline hoop. Sally's alley, and they call him Spider. Bunch of nicknames. Spider, Worm, Rodman. You know the microwave. Tony Campbell hits the basket. Campbell, the former Piston who played 3 years and hardly saw any action here in Detroit.
He's a good shooter, Dick. High percentage shooter. He's been in 4 playoffs, so it isn't like this is his first time around.
Edwards double team. Vinnie Johnson for 3. Vinnie Johnson has 12. Dumars 11, and those 2 are going to town. Timeout, Lakers. But the Lakers still lead by 3. At one time, the Pistons were up by 10 in the first quarter. Lakers led by 10 in the first. Right now, James Brown.
All right, Dick, prior to that last spurt by the Detroit Pistons closing the margin by 3 points, the Lakers said the big difference in today's game is that they have their legs. They ran into a wall early in the first quarter in game one and were flat the rest of the way. Today they've got their legs, and it's indicative in the rebounding. They lead 13-6. Let's go back to Dick.
There's a switch from game one. The rebounding story. Whenever the Lakers lose and need a win, they tighten and extend their defense and do a better job off the board.
Well, this is their SWAT unit. Excellent shot blocking and good defense.
Sally swatted it away. Inside Campbell. And he gets the layup. So Tony Campbell, who scored 12 points off the bench in the first game.
See, I like what Tony Campbell can do because he's offensive conscious. He's looking to take it, and he'll hit the open jump shot.
And a kick ball and a new 24-second clock. The Pistons want to go into Edwards in the middle. They know he can do a lot of damage, and the Lakers are double teaming him. That shows the respect the backup center has for Detroit. Three-point shot by Vinnie Johnson. But there's Dumars. Smart enough not to put it up against some giants.
Well, they're getting what they want out of their half-court sets, especially off the dribble.
Dumars high off the glass that time for Joe. Louisiana Joe now with 13 points. Two-man game. Campbell hits his third basket. And already Tony Campbell has 6. And the Lakers are up by 5 early here in the second quarter. Dumars, and we've got a shootout going now between Dumars and Vinnie Johnson and a bunch of Lakers. And offensive foul called against L.A. And a timeout.
There's only one leader in light trucks today. That's Ford. Ford leads in the important advantages that Chevy can't talk about. In standard 6-cylinder engines, Ford beats Chevy in torque power, and nobody beats Ford's V8s in low pulling horsepower. Powerful reasons like this make Ford the leader with the most repeat buyers of any light truck line. See your dealer now for special savings on select 89 Ford F-Series trucks.
To prove how long Rain Dance car wax lasts, just add water. Rain Dance, the longest lasting protection you can buy.
There's a myth wandering around business today. It says you have to be big to have an 800 number. A particularly abominable myth. In truth, AT&T has an 800 service any size business can afford. It works on your existing phone line with no special installation. So the only thing disturbing about this myth is if you believe it. AT&T, call us. Find out how competitive our prices really are.
Coming up Saturday on CBS Sports at 1 o'clock Eastern from Omaha, Nebraska, the championship game of the 1989 College World Series. And also Saturday, third-round action of the manufacturer's Hanover Westchester Classic. Quite a battle after one round. Tom Seekman has a one-stroke lead over Rocco Mediate. Seekman has been on the tour for 4 years, Mediate for 3, and they're both hungry for a win. And that's after one round of the Westchester Classic. Already Joe Dumars picking up where he left off, where he scored 22 points. Second to Isiah Thomas's 24 in game one. We'll check the lineups. Dumars and Johnson at guard for the Pistons. Edwards, Rodman, and Sally up front for Detroit. James Worthy is checked back in for the Lakers. Edwards over Kareem. Very tough shot. Rodman saves nicely to Vinnie Johnson. Edwards gets stripped of the ball, and out of the pack comes Dumars.
This unit recovers so many loose balls, and at the end of the night, that's where they get you with shot opportunities.
Joe Dumars He has shown us 4 of 5 array of circus shots tonight. Boy, he ought to go challenge the local pool shark after this game, Hubie.
The man is on fire.
He has 17 points.
Beautiful.
Pick and roll to Woolridge is fouled by Edwards, and Magic put the pass right on the money again. Isiah Thomas on the bench. He has not seen action since going out with 2 fouls. He's their big cheerleader right now.
I'm really impressed with the pick and roll with Magic Johnson. Now, this is a game and almost a half where Detroit cannot stop it. They are getting a field goal or a foul.
Woolridge on the line for 2. And right now, let's check in with James Brown.
Yeah, during the last timeout, Chuck Daly told his Pistons squad, hey, we're a lot deeper than L.A. We've taken their best shot in the first quarter. We're going to wear them down. Keep it going, guys. They're starting to fade already. Let's go back to deck.
All right, well, we'll see how much they fade, but you got to get your team pumped up some way, Hubie.
We still have a long way to go here. That was a little bit of an inspirational message. Right now, the Lakers are in the 1-3-1 trap.
And Michael Cooper with 2 fouls back in the game, replacing Magic Johnson. Dumars shows he's a little human, and the rebound by Woolridge.
By going to the trap, they're trying to keep the Pistons away from the dribble.
And a blocking foul called against Dumars. Campbell had the move, and Joe Dumars now with 2 personals. Magic on the bench, but his buddy Isiah Thomas is checking back in the game for the Pistons. And Dumars will get a big hand as he leaves. He has scored 17. Pistons have 2 team fouls so far in this second quarter. Kareem has it blocked by Edwards. Great block by James Edwards. He stuffed him.
The SWAT team in action, doing their thing.
And on the deflection, Campbell into the hands of Kareem. Michael Cooper. See you later.
That's the first easy one that we have come up with today for the Lakers. Out on a 1-on-0 or a 2-on-1. First time.
7:42 to go in the second quarter. Vinnie Johnson. Blocked by Kareem. Pinball machine action out on the floor. And a whistle.
On this play, watch out. Kareem will now drop his leg and go to the left of your screen. Now watch the shot block. Beautifully measured by James Edwards. At the other end of the floor now, we'll see Kareem make his move. There it goes. People forget in the early years of his career, he led the league in shot blocking many, many years in a row.
James Edwards with 2 fouls goes to the bench. He scored 2 points, and he's replaced by Bill Laimbeer. 42-37 Lakers. Illegal offense called against Detroit. That's their first. Each team has been called for one of those violations. Right now, the Lakers have Campbell and Cooper, 2 guys who you didn't figure would be in the lineup at the same time before Scott got hurt before the series began. But here they are. Plenty of time on the shot clock for the Lakers. Sally now is on Worthy, knocks the ball away. And scores the basket. Tell you, James Worthy has had Mahorn, Rodman, and now Sally on him.
It's an adjustment he has to make every time he sees them. They all have different strengths defensively.
And a push by Laimbeer, and that'll be Bill Laimbeer's 3rd foul.
See, Kareem is very, very active down in there tonight. And Detroit is trying to play him. Look at their hands down in Kareem's lower back. Now watch what happens. There's the push. And Darryl Garrettson was right on it, saying that Kareem could not get to that loose ball. If you are going to single cover, all right, then you're gambling.
Schick, the official razor of the NBA, presents Close Shaves. Bill Walton of Portland squares off against Julius Erving of Philadelphia in the 1977 NBA Finals. Dr. J led the Sixers to victory in the first 2 games, but Walton inspires his teammates' comeback and equals a playoff record 8 block shots in Game 6, dominating the paint.
The Blazers win a 2-point close shave victory, and Walton is named playoff MVP.
Attention, all men with noses. Schick brings you the...
Well, Detroit with one of the best benches in the league, with an edge on the LA Lakers. What is a surprise is the rebounding by the Lakers, as they have the advantage on Detroit, and Joe Dumars with a great game so far with 17 points. But basically, as you look at the ebb and flow, we've had a lot of scoring back and forth. Quickly, what kind of a game have we seen for the both teams?
Well, I think both coaches, when a guy is hot, they continue to go to him. I like what Detroit is doing because they're right back into their flow of taking people off the dribble. But at the other end of the floor, Lakers are getting excellent distribution of shooting tonight, Dick. We see Magic hot, we see Kareem, we see Worthy working, and then the guy who keeps it alive for them, Green, who was absent because of foul trouble and injuries in that first game.
Mark Aguirre and Rick Mahorn have returned to the game for the Pistons. They're using Mahorn to watch Kareem, good post defender. Magic, plenty of time now. Sally is on Worthy.
Plenty of time.
Cooper behind to Worthy. James Worthy with 8 points. 7 different Lakers have scored, and Magic Johnson and James Worthy lead them with 8 apiece.
See, both teams are landing heavy punches. The opposition is staggering, but they're regaining themselves, and then they land a few.
Worthy tried to knock the ball away from Sally inside, and we'll have a Laker foul. That'll be their second team foul, and it's on Worthy, his second. It's a non-shooting foul. So far, LA is shooting 57%. The Pistons allowed only one team to shoot 50% or more so far in the playoffs. Sally, he's developing that move nicely from the baseline.
Good call, Dick, and he's really shown it in the last 4 playoff games.
Under 6 minutes remaining in the first half. Lakers with a 3-point lead.
Single coverage on Kareem.
And he gets no offensive foul, and that's the 4th offensive foul call against the Lakers. They were called for 7 of them in game number 1. And for Kareem, that is his second.
Well, that's a frustration because of the contact with Mahorn. See his hand right on Kareem. Both hands are on. So as Kareem goes for the hook, actually, you always put the right hand up to protect yourself.
Yeah, let's go. Out of bounds. Lakers ball.
You're Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You have Mahorn 6'10", 260 pounds on you.
Magic Johnson with the basket in the foul.
Charles a little bit excited right over there. Right now, a little frustration.
Mahorn commits the foul.
One of the very few times that we have seen a cutter for the Lakers off of a post play. Into Kareem, into Worthy. Where have the cutters been? First time field goal off the pass.
Wasn't that a song, Where Have All the Cutters
Gone?
Oh, yes. Or something like that. 47-41, so every time the Pistons come close, the Lakers move it out again into their trapping defense. Aguirre from the corner. Mark Aguirre with his first basket of the game.
You have to give up something in the trap, and the one thing is the corner shot.
Cooper gets hit and a foul. Foul is on Sally. We're at the Palace of Auburn Hills, Michigan. A beautiful scene. A spanking arena in its first year, and the Detroit Pistons are trying to win a championship here. They lead in games 1-0, but the Lakers are in front 47-43. Dick Stockton, Hubie Brown, Pat O'Brien, and James Brown. A.C. Green, who is reported into the game. So up front for the Lakers, it's Green, Worthy, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, their 3 starters.
Cooper's having a nice game tonight, Dick. How about the people who have hit the floor from a defensive standpoint? Or if you want to go down the lane today, you have to pay a price.
When you get to the level of the NBA Finals, it's no surprise. Cooper already has 9 points. He only hit a three-point basket. That was his only points in game one. So he has come out in a big way here. Illegal defense, and that'll be a technical foul called against the Lakers, and the Pistons will shoot.
See, Magic is challenging the call right now because they just don't know who the call was on. Was it on Green or was it on Magic? They were off on the off side of the floor.
Dumars will go for the free throw on the technical, and he has 17 points to lead all scorers. Magic Johnson has 11 to top the Lakers, and he'll be right now with Woolridge replacing Kareem. The Laker lineup shows Green, Woolridge, Worthy, Cooper, and Magic. What kind of a lineup is that?
Well, he's going for quickness right now, and he can play any number of defenses. His major thing is now he feels that he can match up with the group that's out on the floor for Detroit.
Mahorn missed. Green with the rebound, and the Lakers leading by 5. They were up by 10 in the first quarter. Detroit has never had the lead in this game, too. Worthy with a fine spin reverse move, and now it's a 7-point affair.
Detroit are playing the post-up people man to man, no double teaming, so you'll see the good guys operate.
Aguirre. Good move for Mark Aguirre. Isiah Thomas with the assist. Winding down to 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Worthy, Green, Cooper open for 3. Not that time. And here's Dumars. Lake Pistons looking to run, but the Lakers are back. Isiah Thomas has yet to score until now. That's his first points of the game.
Look out, look out. Here we have Mahorn and Green.
And a technical foul has been called.
See, that was unnecessary because they were tangled up coming out of that field goal. You'll see it right here. Now, here we have it. You'll see the two of them are tangled right to your left of your screen. Now watch it. There's Words. AC pushing them off. And then...
And Michael Cooper has really gone wild on the court. He was challenging the officials over the fact that he, as Green and Cooper, were both called for technical fouls. And Green had to be restrained for a moment. Dumars makes the free throw, and Pat Riley wants a timeout. You can see the strain in his neck with that call.
Well, number one, he's frustrated over the call. Number two, he wants to quiet his main guys down here because he does not want to lose this lead. They have played a perfect half for a road game. Why go in down because we've lost our pool?
The Honda lawnmower. It was first with a blade brake clutch that stops the blade without stopping the engine. First with a maintenance-free automotive-type shaft drive. And first with an easy-starting overhead valve engine. It's no wonder this is the first lawnmower good enough to be a Honda.
Like a lot of business people, I thought all insurance companies were the same. Believe me, there's a world of difference out there. I know, because thanks to the Hartford, we survived the kind of fire that would have wiped out most companies. But with the Hartford's people behind my business, we met payroll. We got back on our feet. So please, don't tell me all insurance companies are the same. They're not.
When you need us most, we're at our best. The Hartford.
The multiple-port fuel-injected Ford Escort GT. Because what's rock without roll?
See your dealer now for low financing or special savings on '89 Ford Escort.
The emotion of the NBA Finals. Michael Cooper, as he reacted to that technical, that final call. And the Lakers and the Detroit Pistons are battling it out. Hi, everybody. I'm Pat O'Brien. Coming up on the Prudential at the half, we will, as usual, get you caught up on all the sports news, including what's new on the Knicks coaching situation. The NBA stars of the future are in Chicago working out for scouts and coaches. We'll have a report. And to borrow a phrase from our friends in news, we'll spend 48 hours with the Detroit Pistons from Game 1 to tonight. James Brown takes you behind the scenes. That and more at a familiar place at the Prudential at the half. And Dick, that's worth seeing, if only for Mike McGuire's golf swing. Got to see that one. Back to you guys.
All right, Pat, thank you very much. Lakers have been hit with 3 technical fouls in the last minute, an illegal defense, and then Green and Cooper got nailed. And now the Lakers lead at 10 points, cut to 1. Look at the shooting in this period. It's phenomenal for both sides.
First time that we see in Detroit in a 3-2 matchup.
Worthy inside to Woolridge, double team, losing the ball. Pistons can take their first lead of the game here. Here's Aguirre. And they'll call the offensive foul against Mark Aguirre, and that'll be his 3rd. So Laimbeer and Aguirre have 3 fouls. Quickly to James Brown.
Hey, Dick, Pat Riley, ever the motivator, did not spend an awful lot of time chastising A.C. Green nor Michael Cooper for the fisticuffs that time. He just said, hey, fellas, stay under control, but maintain the aggressiveness. He spent more time talking about Joe Dumars, and rightfully so. Let's go back to Dick.
All right, thank you, JB. Meanwhile, Rodman has come in for Aguirre, who goes out with 3 fouls. Again, the Pistons trapping defensively. Cooper left open for the 3, hits one, and Michael Cooper now has his 2nd 3-point basket of the game. And Hubie, they were concerned that with Scott out, Campbell may be coming in early if Cooper didn't come through, but he has with 12 points.
Oh, he's playing big. He's playing great defense and looking for the 3-point shot.
Dumars over Magic. He stays hot. 22 points for Joe Dumars in this first half. That's as many as he had in the entire Game 1. But the Lakers still hold on to their threadbare lead of 2. Magic makes it 4.
The people on the defense all fell asleep on the baseline. Joe Dumars turned around, put his hands up in the air and said, where was the rotation?
It was nowhere. Plenty of time on the shot clock. 11 seconds for Detroit.
We have a tough cover inside right.
Dumars with another one. 24 for Joe Dumars.
Forget about inside covering.
Right. Worthy goes right around Sally. Woolridge gets hit hard and is fouled by Thomas. And that'll be 3 on Isiah Thomas. So a contrast to Game 1. Did they change it? Yes, to Sally. 2 on John. And here's Woolridge on the line.
See, if you're going to attack the basket anytime you have Rodman, Sally, and James Edwards in there, they're going to take their 6 fouls. Plus, in Rodman and Sally, you have their 2 best shot blockers. They are not going to give you a layup or a dunk. They're going to force you to go to the foul line and make your 2 foul shots.
We have spent a lot of time talking about Dumars' defensive play on Magic Johnson. But what about Joe's offense tonight? 24 points. There's the story in that matchup. 1:45 remaining in the first half. 57-54 LA. Thomas gets it low to Edwards. And a whistle and a foul. And I guess they had another clock adjustment. 24-second clock had to be reset.
See, right here, this is a big mismatch right there.
Edwards misses from the baseline.
Green has given away too many inches in that one.
And Sally fouls Magic Johnson. You know, the Lakers have committed only 1 team foul in this quarter, and the Pistons are in the penalty. And if you wanted a change in Magic Johnson's play, you've got it. 13 points and 8 assists already in this first half.
See, Chuck Daly upset on that call. Why? You don't foul Magic Johnson in the backcourt, especially when you're 7 foot trying to steal the ball. Magic Johnson led this league in foul shooting. You're in the penalty. He's going to go to the line, shoots 91%.
Sally with 3 fouls goes out of the game, replaced again by Mahorn. In Game 1, Magic, as you know, took only 12 shots. He already has taken 10. And the Lakers with a 5-point advantage, less than a minute and a half to go in the first half.
The Lakers have been very impressive because as great as the Detroit is playing offensively, the Lakers are still in front. They have not buckled.
But Detroit certainly within range, and Dumars is keeping him there. 26 points with a wide array of shots and moves in and around the basket.
Isn't it beautiful to watch how easily he is going by people? I mean, it's like no one is there.
Worthy from Magic. Cooper keeps it alive. Terrific offensive rebound by Michael Cooper. Well, the score may be kind of high for Detroit's liking, Hubie, at 59-56. Cooper and Woolridge. Now it looks like the Lakers are winning the battle effort fight for the loose balls in this half.
Well, when you shoot those three-point shots, they rebound out so far. It's amazing how many times the offensive team recovers the shot.
10 on the shot clock. Worthy strong to the hoop. Woolridge keeps it alive. Boy, they are playing relentless ball, and a three-point basket by Michael Cooper, his third of the game. And the Lakers graphically sent a message on that sequence. Thomas misses a three. 5 seconds to go in the half.
Plenty of time here.
Green. But the Lakers had a big edge off the boards, including the offensive glass. And that is the end of the first half with the score. The Lakers 62, the Pistons 56. High-scoring game. Pat O'Brien will return with the Prudential at the half after this message.
At Vic, we've been studying all the ways that you pull and stretch your face in search of a better shape.
Presents the Prudential at the half, sponsored by the companies of the Prudential. Come to the Prudential and build your future on the rock.
Welcome back to the 1989 NBA Finals. What a difference 48 hours make. The Lakers lead Detroit now. But the story of this game, if you were thinking about buying one of those videos on how to shoot the basketball, save your money and just run this tape. Joe Dumars is putting on a clinic tonight. He has 26 points on the night, and he is having a shootout, but Detroit does fall behind the Lakers. Well, hi, everybody. I'm Pat O'Brien. Once again, welcome to another edition of the Prudential at the half. 19 days until the NBA draft, and the New York Knicks are still without a head coach. As they narrow down the candidates, one who is still in the running is former Knick Phil Jackson, who is now an assistant with the Chicago Bulls. Jackson says yes, he is interested in the job.
Towards that organization and the crowd, the fans, the friends that I have there, the support system that I have built up in that city, and the fact that they're a very competitive team right now, and they're a team that's knocking on the door to being a next champion caliber team.
We are not allowed to talk to people that are under contract, nor would I do that. So right now we're putting all the pieces together. We're looking at every area, and we'll take our time, and we'll try to do it right.
Take their time, maybe, but naturally they would like to have a head coach before the June 27th NBA draft. Well, right now, all the top prospects for the draft are in the NBA scouting combine in Chicago, and so is our own Dan Jacobs.
These are the faces of young men who want to be NBA stars. They are being watched closely by these men, NBA coaches, general managers, and scouts, who are in Chicago for one last look at the top prospects before this month's NBA draft.
We'll just look for their fundamental skills, speed, quickness, that sort of thing, and I think we can get a pretty good judge.
There's a lot of people here on the bubble, Dan, players who possibly could go 20th to 35, and I think this camp will be a big factor in where they will go.
So it's a good place for everyone to come. Hopefully you come here and learn something. Sometimes you don't.
As much attention is being paid to the medical evaluations of these players as to their playing ability, these 58 participants are learning the first lessons of NBA life, dealing with competition.
It's a lot of pressure, you know, but you try to block that out and just play your game.
It's 1,000 guys out here playing the game, and only like 50 some will get drafted this year. And there's a money involvement that has a great deal in it.
Ainsley's but one highly regarded sleeper. No doubt others will emerge, but don't expect any shocking insights until draft day.
Who's going to be that number 7 pick?
Mama didn't raise no fools. Are you kidding? I have no idea.
So virtually everybody who is anybody in basketball is either in Chicago or here in Detroit. Let's fire up the baseball scoreboard. The Reds remain in first place in the National League West after beating the Giants 3-2 this afternoon. They're playing a night game in Chicago, and the Cubs lead the Mets 4-2 in the 7th. St. Louis came up with 5 runs in the 9th inning to beat Montreal 7-2. And in the American League, the Orioles have won 8 out of the last 10, but they are hosting Milwaukee and trailing in the 6th, 4-2. In the College World Series from Omaha, Nebraska, Texas and LSU are battling it out for an invitation into the championship game. And right now in the 5th inning, Texas leads LSU 11-3. In golf, they have finished the first round of the manufacturer's Hanover Westchester Classic. And right now, Tom Seekman, after today, has a 1-stroke advantage over Rocco Mediate, 5 tied at 5 under, including Fred Couples, who was at this game on Tuesday, and Craig Sadler. And third and final round coverage is live on CBS this weekend, as is the College World Series, by the way. When we come back here, we will spend 48 hours behind the scenes of the Detroit Pistons as they prepared for tonight's game, as At the Half rolls on primetime after a commercial and a word from your local station.
We go above and beyond just like you, above and beyond what we have to do.
I'm a Prudential representative, and I help people review their life insurance needs because I know how much the right life insurance means to me and my family.
You take pride in your life, so do we. Going above and beyond is our policy. The Rock, the Prudential, above and beyond.
This is CBS.
On the land. In the air. After hours. You've never seen anything like Hulk Hogan. As ripped. Now, he's in the battle of a lifetime against a human wrecking machine. Zeus. It's rip roaring excitement. It's no holds barred. Rated PG-13. Now playing at a theater near you.
A fender bender on the freeway.
You?
No, a guy, anyone. This is just to show how Wang's integrated image system would handle a claim. Adjuster comes out, takes a picture of the fender, signs off an adjustment, handwritten document, photograph, an image. All go back to home office via electronic mail. Touch a button, and you got a data window, text window, image window right in front of you. A guy in the field wants to verify the estimate. Click. The adjuster's handwritten report and the photo are on the screen, processed in half the time. That's integrated imaging, and Wang has it. Another example, customer service. A guy calls EBC.
Detroit's best team, #1, week after week.
That's right, Coach Daly. Get 2.9% financing or up to $750 cash back on selected new Ford Rangers. Or $750 cash back on Bronco 2s. Plus, get $300 cash back on any new Ford Aerostar.
Commitment to quality and leadership makes us Detroit's best team, your Metro Detroit Ford dealers.
Blackwell, Plymouth and Haggerty, Gorno, Allen north of West Road, Troy Ford, John R. south of Maple, Stark Hickey, 7 Mile and Grand River.
Eli Zarrett and Tommy Hearns, a live report from Caesars Palace after the game.
Back inside the Palace at Auburn Hills, and the Lakers lead the Detroit Pistons 62-56. Well, here at CBS Sports, we pride ourselves in trying to show you every aspect of the game as it's being played. But this time around, in addition, we decided to take you along from the moment Game 1 ended late Tuesday night right up to the tip-off tonight. 48 hours with the Pistons. Here's James Brown.
Great intensity. Remember we won the first game last year?
Let's go. Need me now?
The Pistons post-game. First, it's food for thought. Then, thoughts turn toward food.
Good stuff.
But they have to eat fast, as the dining room quickly fills with uninvited guests.
They only got to win one.
For the Heroes, hours pass before they are reunited with family and friends. But if the coach is lucky, he'll pass his daughter in the hall.
Say it to him. Say it to him. Say hi hoop. Say hi hoop. Hi hoop. What's his name? Hi Zeke.
Joe Dumars' family lives in Louisiana, but he calls them after every game, no matter the hour. Tonight, it's 1 a.m.
I know. Sleep on like that, and I'll be back in Louisiana.
On Wednesday, Mark Aguirre rose with the sun. He made his tea time.
Oh, get through.
Probably wished he hadn't. But at least he got up.
WRIF, Detroit.
We can only assume at this juncture that Rick Mahorn is so serious about the playoffs that he decided to blow off the second most important thing in his life, his radio program.
Game got over late. Got to get some rest sometime.
The Pistons strived for single-mindedness, something Chuck Daly emphasized in their close practice. The dominant thought being, attack the Lakers.
2-on-1, get back, 2-on-1, 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 get a shot.
Part of the team videotape session was spent on fine-tuning an offense that already appeared to be in high gear.
Coming up the top, he drives into here. You got to be up here, definitely.
And every day, everywhere, the media displayed its own full-court press.
Throughout this whole thing, I'm making jokes. I'm laughing, I'm giggling with them. When they say something stupid, and I go, oh, I answer it. They give me a stupid question, I give them a stupid answer.
Later that day, Chuck Daly recorded his weekly coaches show. But that wasn't the program of choice for soap opera fan Vinnie Johnson.
Don't interrupt me, I'm watching.
As the world turns.
And Bill Laimbeer's world revolved around his son, Eric.
Now you have an orange one.
What color you got?
Yellow.
Yellow one.
The game again is at 9 o'clock. Traffic wasn't quite as bad as I anticipated the other night, but you don't know. Make sure you're here with enough time.
At the Pistons shoot-around this afternoon, the atmosphere was definitely businesslike. Coach Daly asked his team to remain focused as game time approached. It wasn't easy for this fun-loving group of Motor City bad boys. But when they learned that teammate Dennis Rodman's recurring back injury flared again, the frivolity stopped. And Coach Daly's men had no difficulty switching their mindset from light to serious, preparing for the task at hand. Game 2 of the NBA Finals.
And you are not going to get any closer than that. We'd like to thank Chuck Daly and the Pistons for allowing us to get close for 48 hours. Well, 24 minutes left in this contest, and Dick and Hubie are getting ready to go back to work. I'm Pat O'Brien. Thank you for joining us on the Prudential at the Half. Enjoy the second half here on CBS.
I'm Dan Rather, CBS News. The presidential race of 1828 was one of the ugliest in American history. Yet the real victim of the mudslinging was the Democratic candidate's wife, Rachel, who was slandered as an adulteress because her divorce from a previous marriage had been found invalid. Her husband won a sweeping victory, but the strain of the campaign was too much for Rachel. She died of heart failure before her husband took office. Entering the White House a widower, Rachel's husband never forgave his Republican opponents. He was President Andrew Jackson.
CBS Sports coverage of Game 2 of the 1989 NBA Finals is sponsored by the Heartbeat of America, today's Chevrolet. Valvoline Motor Oil. People who know use Valvoline. And by the good time, great taste of McDonald's.
And welcome back to CBS Sports exclusive coverage of the 1989 NBA Finals. The Lakers trying to get even, and right now they lead the Pistons at halftime 62-56. The Pistons have never led in the game, and the score and pace is exactly to the Lakers' liking, because the 62 allowed by Detroit is the most they have given up in any playoff game at halftime. That's despite Joe Dumars' 26 points, and people in the NBA have come to know how great he is as an all-round guard, and now everyone can see. But the Lakers with the possession. Cooper and Magic Johnson in the backcourt. Kareem, AC Green, and James Worthy up front for the Lakers. Mahorn defending against Worthy, and they're isolating. Tipped by Thomas. Great defensive play. Good one. And here's Dumars. Dumars with 26 big points. And traveling is called. Hubie, what did Chuck Daly say to you at halftime?
Well, he's happy with his offense. He's shooting 59%. You lose it by 6, so he said it's coming in 2 places. The Lakers have 9 offensive rebounds, which they're converting to points. And also Michael Cooper has hit 3 threes. That did not happen in game 1.
And, you know, the Laker backcourt is just about even with the Detroit backcourt scoring-wise. And now without Byron Scott, that's a revelation for L.A. Worthy guarded by Mahorn, short with a turnaround. And the rebound by Thomas, who only played 10 minutes in the first half for Detroit. Many of the Pistons in foul trouble. Had to come out early. Isiah Thomas starts it off with only his 2nd basket.
He's the guy that they need to take the pressure off of Dumars and then spread out the defense. Isiah Thomas.
The double team, and Worthy scoops it up. Nothing doing. And Thomas, he's come out strong in this 3rd quarter. Green with the rebound. Lakers pushing it up. They love the pace. 62-58 is their kind of score. Magic. Kareem. Magic Johnson. Irvin Magic Johnson has scored 17 points and already has 8 assists.
Let me tell you, that was some move. How he stepped down inside and just finger rolled that one back in.
Well, he has his 12 shots, Hubie. I know you wanted us to keep count. He's 6 of 12, and that's...
I tell you, there's going to be a foul called down inside. Mahorn and Kareem are killing one another.
And the pushing foul. James Brown, what did Pat Riley have to say at halftime?
All right, Dick, 3 things. The first one was an obvious one. Contain Joe Dumars. The mistakes they were making was trying to stop both his drive and his shot. Pat Riley says do one or the other. The second thing, keep beating the Detroit defense up the floor by pushing it. And the third one, find some way of getting James Worthy hot. Let's go back to Dick.
Well, they better go back to the blackboard on Dumars. He has 28 points and hits his first shot. You know, we mentioned Magic Johnson's 12 shots. That's all he took in game 1 in the 12-point loss to Detroit.
He's so offensive conscious today, whether it's outside, off the dribble, or down in. Looking for it, trying to force the action.
8 on the clock. Laimbeer with 3 fouls. Cooper again for 3. Worthy at the other side.
It's their 10th offensive rebound.
They're doing exactly what the Pistons did in game 1 in that department. Kareem is fouled.
On this sequence, watch Mahorn down inside on Magic Johnson. Watch that left arm. He has Magic over the shoulder, and now he just puts him away. Now remember, this is action off the ball, non-contact sport.
On the first free throw, this is his swan song. He wants to make it happen in his finale. The 42-year-old great Kareem Abdul-Jabbar leaving the game after this series. What a fitting thing for the Lakers to get them out as champions, but the Pistons are not a sentimental group, are they?
Not tonight. All right, not in the first 2 ball games.
Nearly 3 minutes going by in the 3rd. Dumars gets it into Aguirre. And a fine reverse finger roll by Mark Aguirre, and that's quite a little gizmo by that fan.
Beautiful pass that time by Dumars.
Is that a periscope or something? We have a pushing foul against Detroit.
Watch how this pass is made by Dumars. Now, keep an eye on the shot release here. Watch this. How's that for control of the ball? Backhanded it and off the glass.
A foul and a technical foul has been charged to Rick Mahorn. Magic makes the free throw. So Mahorn now has picked up 2 quick fouls. For the Pistons, Mahorn, Laimbeer, and Sally all with 3, along with Aguirre.
See, already we have almost 9 minutes to go here in this quarter, and the Lakers are in a penalty. I'm sorry, it's 2. I just read the clock incorrectly.
It would seem that way, though, the way it's going.
That's my fault.
Worthy in the lane. Nice move by Worthy. He has 12 in the game. He had 17. He and Magic led the Lakers in game 1. This is a high-scoring affair.
Nice passing.
Thomas baseline, beautiful. That's the best half-court sequence by the Pistons tonight.
Well, we have the two best teams in the league that will unselfishly rotate the basketball off the double teams.
You know, the Lakers are playing so well at both ends, and yet the Pistons only 5 behind. Nearly 4 minutes elapsed. Worthy draws the foul by Mahorn, and that's 4 on Rick.
He's very, very upset. He's walking way behind the backboard, up the aisle. But you see, that was excellent move by Worthy. See, Worthy's working him now. This is a clear out. Now watch the head fakes here. There's your first one. Now your second gets the contact.
3 team fouls against Detroit, only 1 against the Lakers. And you can see the sweat pouring off of James Worthy. Are the Lakers working extremely hard.
How would you like to be Worthy, Dick? You get pounded by Mahorn, that 260 pounds on you all night. Then they come with Sally, the 7-foot shot blocker. Then they come with Rodman, the guy with the quick feet.
I wouldn't like that.
No, I don't think so.
Thank you.
I think you better have more than one move, by the way.
This is the second free throw. By the way, Sally replaces Mahorn. Mahorn with 4 goes to the bench, but John Sally is not in much better shape. He has 3 fouls. Aguirre from the corner. Laimbeer. This is the turnaround. Out of bounds. Lakers. They lead by 6. They were up by 10 in the first quarter, and Detroit cut it to 1.
I'll tell you, the faint of heart cannot be in this ball game tonight. Anytime it goes up or 2 guys cross, bodies are being put on bodies.
Against Sally, Worthy. Good defense by John Sally. Outlet by Laimbeer. It's a 3-on-3. Dumars. He can do no wrong. It is Dumars' domain tonight at the Palace.
See, he plays the backboard so beautifully. He gets himself up in the air at tough angles, but he plays the board perfectly.
30 points for Joe Dumars. Kareem with an extended skyhook.
I tell you, the big fella is alive tonight and active with the dribble, setting up his shot.
4 Lakers are in double figures, led by Magic with 18. Worthy, Kareem, and Cooper also in doubles. And Aguirre moves in for the layup, 72-68. Yet, despite the Lakers' hard work, they're only up by 4. And Isiah Thomas.
Watch out, Chuck Daly. Watch yourself, Chuck.
Isiah Thomas may have been hit with his 3rd foul. It is, and the 4th team foul against the Pistons.
Let's take a look at it. Isiah, number 11, coming off the screen. Kareem hooks him there. All right, and that's the call. Kareem is the one who initiated that contact.
Not a good call.
Rich McMahon and John Madden here for Latomania. Here we go. Introducing the challenger, the Masked Marauder. And the champ, Jesse the Body Ventura.
Okay, boys, you know the rules. No noogies. Any of this? Oh, no.
What about this? Dude, don't even think about it.
Oh, who's going to win? The Masked Marauder?
Les Philly.
Or Jesse?
Tastes great. How long can the Marauder keep this up?
Hard to believe we're winning.
Hold it.
Thank you.
Jesse's going for the mask.
Wow, the old mask trick. They're still using it.
Who is this guy? Oh, look out! This is it, John! Wyatt,
It's Euchre. Gee, what a surprise.
Wait, it's not over yet. Jesse is really Halcyon Greenwood.
What a makeup job.
And I'm not Vince McMahon.
Oh, here's Sonny Bono.
Hi, everybody!
Well, Sonny, Taste Great has won, which proves Miller Lite is America's favorite light beer. Because when it's Miller Lite, less filling really tastes great.
I fooled everyone.
Who is this guy?
Now listen, I got a story for everybody.
The Pistons travel to L.A. to battle the Lakers on their star-studded home turf. The finals, Game 3, Sunday. Rock on!
Back at the Palace in Auburn Hills, the Lakers nursing a 4-point lead over the Detroit Pistons. Now, while the Pistons are hoping for a successful drive to an NBA championship, the fans have not forgotten players who've helped to get them to this point, specifically an ex-Piston by the name of Adrian Dantley. Now, that restaurateur you see in the middle there with the glasses has personally taken upon himself to collect 10,000 signatures supporting the notion that Dantley should get a championship ring if the Pistons are successful. He thought it might take the entire championship series to get the 10,000. He said he got the 10,000 today in only Game 2. Gone but not forgotten is Adrian Dantley. Let's go back to Dick Stockton.
Thank you, JB. Dantley played a big role in Piston wins last year. He was traded for Mark Aguirre. Dantley should get a half share if the Pistons win. Thomas and Laimbeer double Kareem. Throws up an air ball, but there's Worthy. Tipped by Sally. Out of bounds, and it's Laker ball. But you're looking at Isiah Thomas, a whirling dervish out there on the floor. By the way, Adrian Dantley's closest friend on the club was Joe Dumars, and he felt as bad as anyone when AD got traded.
Well, they still talk at least 4 or 5 times a week. Extremely close.
Kareem blocked out of bounds. John Sally had 5 blocked shots in game number 1 to lead his team. He's all over the ball again tonight.
Detroit had 5 blocks in the first half, and we've already seen 2 in this quarter.
Kareem with 2 on the clock. And here comes a 3-on-2 break by Detroit. Dumars try to split the middle, and Cooper will get called for the personal.
See, that's an intelligent player on the fast break. He knew he had Cooper backpedaling, and as he went for the split, it was an easy split because the other guy coming was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He knew there would be contact.
Cooper's 3rd foul, and Dumars, who is at 10 of 13 from the field. There's Michael Thompson, checks in for Kareem, who goes out with 10 points. Thompson is yet to score tonight. An illegal defense against the Lakers. Technical foul, and Detroit will shoot.
Now, there was no doubt about that when Michael Thompson was in the lane that time. And in the NBA, it's too hard to try to explain the rule, but he was 2 areas away. Automatic technical.
Dumars will shoot it. 31 points for Joe Dumars. Thomas. Laimbeer. Foul. Lakers. And that'll be Thompson with his 3rd. Michael Thompson with 3. And the Lakers now with 3 team fouls. Pistons have 4.
See, the difference in the defense is that if you're playing for Detroit, you know you can go down the lane and not worry about shot blocking.
Aguirre working against Green, where he thought he'd have success against him from his days in Dallas. And Mark hits the shot. He has 10.
Thank you.
Just as the script said. Yes. Crowd on its feet now, and it's a 1-point Laker lead. Green gets the basket and draws the foul. And every time the Pistons have come within 1, the Lakers have had a reply.
They answer quickly, and they answer with something sensational. Now watch this cut right down. He took the double team. Now watch how AC throws it right over his head.
And that's the 4th personal on Bill Laimbeer, and Edwards quickly comes in. So Mahorn and Laimbeer have 4 for Detroit. And AC Green, who didn't have to leave his tooth for the tooth fairy under the pillow. They straighten it out. On the line and makes a 3-point play and has 8.
Listen, AC Green was a lucky young man that he didn't lose that front tooth.
75-71. Thomas, basket good, and the foul. We have seen answers from both teams with dramatic plays tonight, Hubie Brown, and an exciting game that to this point.
See, the Lakers can't run away. And the reason being that when they go down inside, they've had a lot of easy opportunities. Detroit's been able to erase them with the 7 block shots. When Detroit gets down in there, they score or get fouled.
Thomas missed his chance for a 3-point conversion, so it's the Lakers by 2. There's the foul story. Pistons are in the penalty already. The Lakers' next foul will put them in those straights. Pick and roll, Michael Thompson. Block, Sally again.
Nice.
Aguirre from Thomas. And we have our first tie of the game, and Magic Johnson may have pulled a hamstring. He missed 16 games, including the All-Star game, with a hamstring pull.
Now that's a superstar who knows his body well, and you can just read it. He knows he's really hurt.
Los Angeles takes a pull.
I've never seen him look like that.
All right, on this replay, we see Magic get injured as he gets to half court. Watching the chase, you'll see him now as he gets right at the half court line. Grab that hamstring. There it is, right there. No contact, just popped it.
Byron Scott injured his hamstring in practice the other day. He's out. Tony Campbell is in there with Michael Cooper. With Green, Worthy, and Michael Thompson. I think the Lakers just said, come on, we're at a big disadvantage here. Let's band together. Let's see what happens with the score tied. Lakers at a 10-point lead in the first quarter. Detroit's come back. Worthy makes it 77-75. James Worthy with 15. So they have taken Magic Johnson to the locker room. James Brown is around there as well, and we hope to have a report on his condition soon.
This puts a lot of pressure on Cooper to stay in this game because he's the only ball handler that the Lakers have.
He has 3 personal fouls. Dumars against Campbell. Edwards. James Edwards. Tied at 77. Under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Campbell turnaround basket. A lot of pressure on that man's shoulder.
Yeah, I'm really happy for this young guy. You talk about a guy who has really accepted the challenge. He comes in looking for his shot every time.
He was the 9th man this year on the team, and now because of injuries becomes the 7th. Dumars. In and out Sally with the offensive rebound. And another tie. Worthy fouled by Sally, and that'll be 4 on John. They're in the penalty.
James Worthy knows that the pressure is on him right now. They are without Byron Scott, without Magic Johnson, 2 of their 3 big guns who are capable of 25 points.
Let's go to James Brown outside the Laker locker room, JB.
All right, Dick, left hamstrings are certainly proving to be very problematic for the Lakers. Magic Johnson did, in fact, re-injure that left hamstring, the same one that caused him to miss the All-Star game this year. He felt the twitch in the first quarter, tried to stretch it more. He pulled it this time, and it is, in fact, very painful. We'll get more details for you and get right back to you. Let's go back to Dick.
All right, James. Worthy now with 17 points has scored 7 here in this third quarter. The Lakers are up by 2. Under extreme pressure now without both of their starting guards, Scott and Magic. Worthy with a block, but it's last touched by a Laker. And it's Detroit's ball.
See, the Lakers go into this trapping defense to take the Pistons out of their half court because they're a very disciplined team. Then they want you to take the jump shot. They will give you that shot.
Cooper is on Thomas. Edwards sets a screen. Aguirre spots for a three. Rebound Campbell. What do the Lakers have to do, and how do they play without Magic now?
Well, you have to look for a second and third score with this group out there. Now, they know Worthy's going to be primary, but Tony Campbell must help, and then the third guy has to surface. Is it going to be Cooper, or will it be Michael Thompson?
You know, Cooper's the ball handler of this group. Here's a three by Cooper, and he's got it. And Cooper now with 4 3-point hoops and 18. And the Lakers are up by 5. Michael Cooper has come and played big here. Getting close to 2 minutes to go in the third. Thompson is pushing Edwards out. Nearly lost it. 3 on the shot clock. They don't get it off in time, and the 24-second clock gives the ball over to LA.
See, when you're coaching against a team that has just lost their main gun, their all-star superstar, plus they know Scott's out, you're concerned that your team does not say, hey, things are going to be easy from now to the end. We're going to overcome this, and we're in great shape. You want them to play hungry.
Vinnie Johnson is in for Dumars, who goes out. 31 points for Joe. Played a magnificent game for Detroit.
See, the Lakers have got to wait a little bit longer on Worthy.
Campbell hits a three. Tony Campbell.
Maybe not. I don't think, maybe not. Yeah.
On second thought.
Right, yes.
LA has 6 3-point baskets tonight, 4 by Cooper. Campbell and Magic each have 1. And it's banked in by Thomas. He has 8 this quarter, 10 in the game. The lead is 6. 1:12 on the clock in the quarter. Worthy to a driving Michael Thompson. And a little push and a technical foul against Mark Aguirre for that push after the basket.
See, that's unnecessary. They've already scored. You have the basketball going the other end of the floor. Why? Now watch over here. You'll see the shot made. Beautiful cut. All right, now we have this. The basket has already gone through. You don't need that because there's nothing to prove.
Cooper will shoot the tee. Lakers free throw shooting vastly improved tonight. 18 of 20 from the line. Winding down now, a minute to go, and a 9-point Laker lead. Their biggest margin was 10. And illegal defense and another technical foul will send the Pistons to the line.
See, this is testing Pat Riley. He wants to stay in the defense because of the players he has on the floor. But what must happen is they must be aware of the people matching up to stay out of a zone area. And they have to rotate quickly. Now, they're shooting a penalty. You know, I mean, they're shooting the technical every time it's called now.
4 illegal defensive calls on the Lakers. Under a minute now. 19 on the shot clock. Vinnie Johnson. 14 for Vinnie Johnson. Dumars leads with 31. Vinnie is second with 14. Worthy. And here comes Rodman behind to Thomas. Chipped away by Campbell. Alert play by Tony Campbell. Leading scorer for the Lakers is Cooper with 19 points. Magic, who's in the dressing room, has 18, and Worthy 17. They have 14 on the shot clock. That's on the left. Game clock on the right. Differential is 4. Thomas finds an opening, has it stripped away. Worthy. Campbell. And Vinnie Johnson fouls him with 2 seconds on the game clock.
15, Vinny Johnson. That's his first. And it's a penalty situation.
Lakers led by 6 after 1 quarter. They maintained that lead at the half and have kept that same margin after 3 to this point. Much better from the line. Campbell, who hasn't missed in 5 shots from the field, now has 12 in the game.
Tony Campbell, when he came out of Ohio State, was a first-round draft pick by the Detroit Pistons. Played here for 3 years. He ends up down in the Continental League, averages over 25 a game for Albany. They win a championship, and he's picked up by the Lakers.
And that'll do it. So when Magic Johnson went out, the score was tied, and now the Lakers have moved out to an 8-point lead. And that's the end of the 3rd period with the score. The Lakers 92, the Pistons 84. And we'll return to the Palace after this message and a word from your local station.
One long-distance company reaches more people, in more places, in more ways than any other. Which one? It has 3 famous initials, MCI.
The Black & Decker Air Station. It has all the pressure you need to inflate anything fast. The Black & Decker Air Station, always at your service.
If you think there's not a nickel's worth of difference between Chevy S10 and Ford Ranger, check Chevy's longer, wider box. Or Chevy's warranty, covering hundreds of non-powertrain parts. 2 years longer than Ford's. In fact, there's over 20,000 nickels difference. Because this Chevy costs over $1,000 less. Plus choose another 15,000 nickels cash back. And you can take that to the bank. That's today's Chevy truck.
This is CBS.
Well, I'm a real estate appraiser. I do a lot of traveling in about a 7-parish area.
Listen to the heartbeat of America.
I've got a Vortex V6 in my Chevy truck, and I wasn't afraid that I wouldn't have enough power because I'm always on the road, which could be blacktop, gravel, just plain dirt. I test drove Ford, and after it was all said and done, I chose the Chevrolet. I felt it was the better buy.
That's today's Chevy truck.
We picked up Kareem. He shoots and he scores. The crowd goes wild.
Cap. Hi, great crowd out there, huh? Oh, you know, they're here to salute you.
I love them all.
You know, I'd sure like to be in your shoes.
Better lace them on real tight, because that's all you have out there. Just you and your shoes.
Hey, Cap, who was the quickest player you ever saw?
Nate Archibald, Kansas City.
Who was the toughest you ever put a move on?
Judy, sophomore, UCLA.
Tommy Hearns seeks revenge. Eli Zarrett live from Caesars after the game.
Welcome back to the 1989 NBA Finals from the Palace of Auburn Hills. Dick Stockton, Hubie Brown, Pat O'Brien and James Brown. Right now for an update on the Magic Johnson story, let's go to JB.
All right, Dick, the news is not good from the Laker locker room. Magic Johnson does have a very severe sprain of the same muscle that Byron Scott tore in his left hamstring. Now, the injury isn't as serious as Byron Scott's, obviously, but it is serious enough to keep him out the rest of the game. As far as Game 3 is concerned, that will be a day-to-day decision. Let's go back to Dick Stockton.
Thank you very much. There's Dr. Robert Curlin, who's been a busy Lakers team physician, already tending to Byron Scott, who's out with a hamstring injury. Now Magic Johnson, two of the great guard tandems in the league. Start of the fourth quarter, the Lakers have already scored more in 3 quarters than the Pistons have given up in an entire playoff game.
Well, they have scored over 30, 30, and 32 in the 3 quarters.
Thomas, the clock running down to 3. Edwards. There's Edwards. who began his career as a third-round draft pick by the Lakers. Now giving them the business. Lead of 6. Worthy in good position against Rodman. Double. Good double team by Detroit.
Here's time to work.
Rebound. Campbell lost it out of bounds. He tried for the ball. It's Detroit's possession. If you've just joined us, we have high drama here in Game 2 of the NBA Finals. You know the Lakers are playing without Byron Scott. And now at the Palace of Auburn Hills, the Lakers, who have led virtually all the way, are without Magic Johnson, who pulled a hamstring late in the third quarter. He's out for the rest of the game. The Pistons are trying to scramble to take a 2-0 lead in game. Lakers are looking for a split badly. Edwards fouled inside.
See, I'm Pat Riley. I'm so concerned about the rebounding with this group that's on the floor. Michael Thompson, Woolridge, and going to the bench right now. We have James Worthy going out to take a breather. They're coming in with Kareem. Hopefully that they will get their share of boards. They need that to hold off Detroit and hold them to 1 shot.
Leading scorer Michael Cooper has 19 for the Lakers. Magic with 18. He's not playing anymore. Worthy has 17. Isiah Thomas picked up his 4th personal foul. Kareem, as you mentioned, back in the game. And Joe Dumars, the leading scorer in the game, with 31 points. He's not on the floor right now. Thomas and Vinnie Johnson are the 2 guards for Detroit. Cooper, Campbell, Michael Thompson, Kareem, and Woolridge are the 5 out there for L.A. Thompson, offensive rebound. Putback misses. Campbell misses.
They can break.
Chance to cut it to 2 for Detroit. Vinnie Johnson does.
Tough shot.
Thomas is making Cooper work. And he'll pick up number 5. Or is that 4? That's 4 on Isiah.
See, they must hound Michael Cooper. He's the only ball handler that they have, unless they go to the bench and put in David Rivers, their first-round draft choice out of Notre Dame.
Kareem. And Rodman gets fouled on the rebound.
The Detroit group that's out on the floor understands that they are much quicker than the Lakers, and every rebound, get it out and start to break.
McDonald's new country-style McChicken sandwich. Come and get it. Now get that all-white breast of chicken. Cooked up country-style. Juicy on the inside, crispy coating on the out, and lettuce and mayo.
That's what country-style's about. Come and get it. All-white breast of chicken. Take it back to Mama's kitchen. Come and get it. Country-style McChicken on a bun. Chicken. Good time, great taste of McDonald's new McChicken.
I was all wrong. We belong together.
I know.
So let's get married.
Buy a big house.
Sure, we're gonna hit it big, kid. Stocks, bonds. We're on our way to Rainbow City.
In the movies, happy endings are easy. But in the real world, it takes solid planning. So for financial security, peace of mind, and finding the home of your dreams, come to the companies of the Prudential and build your future on the Rock.
Hot weather is pure misery on batteries. Saps the power right out of them. And when it does, don't settle for less than a maintenance-free, high-cranking Delco.
AC Delco parts. They don't just fit, they match.
Seagram's Golden Wine Cooler.
Golden Wine
Cooler. Me and the guys love it all the time.
This NBA Game Summary is sponsored by Seagram's Coolers. Pure Seagram's, pure fun.
And our game summary, Detroit out shooting the Lakers. Magic Johnson, the big story, out with a hamstring pull. That's right, Johnson and Scott are out. And Michael Cooper, filling in for Scott, has hit 4 3-point baskets, and right now, as the Lakers leading scorer. And Sunday, Game 3 from the Forum in Inglewood, 3:30 Eastern Time as the scene shifts. First team ever to draw 1 million fans 3 years in a row, and this was the first year of the Palace. Prior to the drafting of Isiah Thomas, the Pistons averaged 5,500 fans. In a year, they won only 21 games. How times have changed.
Many people are responsible for the success. You know, you had the Kelly Tribucas, the Bensons, the John Longs, and then all of a sudden they went to the defensive group, and then great trades were made by Jack McCluskey.
Isiah Thomas. And it was Woolrich. Tips it out, but the Pistons again in a position to tie.
They're going to be tested on that offensive blood. Lakers must block out.
Vinnie Johnson ties it up. He has 18 points. Lakers came here hoping to win one. They don't have their starting guards. They're desperate, and an offensive foul called.
See, when you've got a pesky guy like Rodman on you, you really must keep your cool. Now watch it as Worthy fights. He just pushes him off. Why? Quick feet of Dennis Rodman.
3 fouls on Worthy. Pistons have scored 8 straight points. And an air ball by Vinnie Johnson out of bounds. So the Pistons unable to lead for the first time in the game, and the Lakers now with 3 minutes gone by.
A major weakness of half-court traps is the fact that it's difficult to board on your defensive end.
Kareem fights in, no basket. He was pushing off. He pushed off with one arm, and he's not complaining.
See, it's the same move that Kareem made in the first quarter and scored. Same move, same offensive foul, pushing off with the right arm.
Now again, Detroit with a chance to lead for the first time. They already lead in the series 1-0. And there's Aguirre, lays it in. They came back from 10-point deficit. And a Detroit foul by Edwards. Here's how they took the lead, Hubie.
Well, you see, their ball plays a little roller ball here right now. You must play big. You must want the body contact. Right now, you've got to challenge that shot. You cannot give Mark Aguirre an uncontested layup.
Each team has 2 fouls. Tony Campbell goes out, and A.C. Green checks in. Campbell off the bench has scored 13.
5 for 5 from the field.
He's got one. Rodman from Thomas. That's his first basket of the game.
How about that pass?
Bad back and all for Rodman. Timeout, L.A.
We're going to take it, Mike. Take it from the dribble, right?
Teamwork makes winners. The All-You-Can-Be is sponsored by the U.S. Army. Magic Johnson and James Worthy use quickness to set them apart from the rest of the league. Magic changes gears to shred a fierce defense, while a quick first step allows Worthy to streak past desperate opponents. By pooling their explosive styles, teamwork has made Magic Johnson and James Worthy the best they can be.
I know college won't be an easy climb. That's why I joined the Army. With the GI Bill and the Army College Fund, in 2 years I'll have $17,000 to help me pay for college. And I'm developing the confidence and determination I'll need to help me succeed when I get there. Now I know I can make it to the top, not just in college, but in whatever I do.
We are tickled pinkle.
On the next Night Court, Friday at 4:30.
o'clock Eastern time, followed by third round action of the Manufacturers Hanover Westchester Classic, 4 o'clock Eastern. Lakers have been outscored 12-1 so far in this fourth quarter. The mood of the Lakers dropped considerably after Scott's injury prior to Game 1, and now you wonder how it'll affect the team both now and when they go to L.A., Hubie. It's a definite concern, wouldn't you think?
Oh, absolutely, but hopefully for the Lakers that it will not be maybe 2 games or 3 games. Hopefully they'll be able to get Magic the rest. And over the next few days, let's hope that something can happen with the medication and the healing process from now until Sunday's ball game.
And Woolridge is hit hard by Aguirre, and Darryl Garrettson wants to step in quickly. He'll go to the line. 4 on Aguirre. No one on the Pistons has 5, but a bunch of them have 4.
So you can see the theories in the defense. Anytime that the Lakers go, they are taking them right to the floor. They are not allowing them to get the dunk or the easy layup. They foul you and they put the pressure on you to make the 2 foul shots.
Pistons by 1. Lakers trapping, and the Pistons broke it by going down the middle in Game 1. Thomas kisses it off the glass. He has scored 11 of his 13 in the second half tonight. Isiah.
Woolridge. Shot selection. When you're on the road, shot selection is a major key.
Edwards in trouble. 1 second on the clock. They don't get it off. Aguirre took the shot. And now Woolridge loses it out of bounds, and Riley walks away in disgust.
See, the Lakers were slow to that last loose ball, Dick. And right there, that was carelessness. See it right here. Just lost the ball right out of his hand, off the leg, out of bounds.
Thomas. Vinnie Johnson keeps it alive with the Pistons leading by 3.
Dennis Rodman kept that one going right to Vinnie Johnson.
Worthy gets the rebound. See where the leadership comes from. Worthy, Kareem, Cooper having a big night. Kareem has it knocked away from Rodman. Vinnie Johnson. Isiah. Great break by the Pistons.
You said earlier in the quarter, the fast break is there, Dick. All they have to do is get the rebound out for one pass. They can get a 3-on-2.
Tony Campbell getting set to come back. Knocked away. James Brown, what do you have?
All right, Dick, the Pat Riley that I saw on the sidelines of that last timeout was not the motivator, but the competitor. He kicked the Gatorade off the side of the floor, got 3 inches from each player's face, and asked the question rhetorically, how badly do you want it? He said, hey, go out and show me. Let's get back to Dick.
AC Green misses a 3, and here comes another Detroit break. 5-point lead for the Pistons with 5:35 remaining. Fourth quarter. Vinnie Johnson.
There's Rodman again.
Tries to keep it alive, but Campbell has it. But more important, the Lakers have not been able to generate an offense. They have not scored a basket in nearly 8 minutes.
It comes down to who are you going to? And you cannot go easy off that guy. You got to stay with the look, like right there. Stay with him. James Worthy's your primetime guy here.
4 team fouls against Detroit. Worthy is fouled by Rodman.
That was an excellent pick, 3'ing it up down inside.
The cheers are for Joe Dumars, who replaces Vinnie Johnson. Vinnie Johnson with 18 points, sits down. The microwave was on again, and Dumars with 31 replaces it. There's the time remaining in the fourth quarter. Campbell looked like he forced that one a bit. Magic Johnson got hurt with 4:40 to go in the third. The score was tied. Lakers then took an 8-point lead after 3, but Detroit has just dominated this final period. Thomas.
In the last 3 minutes, that's his 3rd field goal inside of 5 feet.
Want to tap into real draft beer taste? Then tap into the cold. Cold filtered, never heat pasteurized, Miller Genuine Draft. Never heat pasteurized Miller Genuine Draft. For those who've discovered its real draft taste, the world is a very cool place. So tap into the cold. Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft.
You're looking sharp. You're looking good. You've come so far. And we know how to make the most of who you are, father to son. It's what we've always done. Gillette.
The Gillette Atra Plus system with the Lubra Smooth strip for the best a man can get.
The best a man can get.
Isiah Thomas has been hit on the corner of the eye. Here was the play that did it. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar collided with him. There it is right there. Might have been his own man and not Kareem. It was his own man. Here's James Brown.
All right, Dick, believe it or not, this is the 4th time that Isiah Thomas has been cut on that eye this year. It is a little bad cut. I turned to him and asked him, is he going to play? He said, hey, baby, you bet. I'm back in there. Let's go back to Dick.
Well, JB, you're right that the Pistons can smell a 2-0 lead in the series. They know that Scott is out, Magic is out. They don't know when they'll be back. Isiah has scored Detroit's last 6 points and has done most of his damage in the second half, QB.
The thing that I like that he's doing, he's taking charge. They're backing the action out, playing the shot clock perfectly, and then he is slicing that defense by getting inside the lane. But like we said, the Lakers do not have any shot blocking.
Worthy, he's the man on the low post. Foul. James Edwards will be his 4th foul, and that'll send Worthy to the line. Well, you know that Worthy is a guy they have to go to almost exclusively here.
Yes, but in order to get it done from now to the end, they need someone other than Worthy. They need a little bit more ball movement if he is not going to be open with some cutters and some offside action right now.
Worthy is looking for his 19th point of the game. He misses one. Meanwhile, the Lakers still have not scored a field goal here in the 4th quarter with that much time remaining. They have scored just 4 points. All from the line. Dumars working against Cooper. Three on the shot clock. Dumars. Good defense by the Lakers. Rebound by Green. Now under 4 minutes to play.
The Lakers got to get the ball out. They need some easy field goals.
Cooper, who has hit 4 3-point baskets. Campbell the rebound. Batted away, and it's still Lakers ball. Rick Mahorn checks back in for the Pistons. He comes back in. He's one of the 4 personal foul club members for Detroit. And Rodman sits out. He's been bothered by that bad back and will get some more treatment.
He's kept an awful lot of balls alive at that offensive end.
Thompson on the lob. Good pass to Michael. 102-98. Lakers within striking range, down by 4.
When you work against the trap, you must move the ball. They'll give you that corner shot, but you want something better.
Thomas doubled. Dumars finds a way in and draws the foul. 13 foul against the Lakers, and Dumars will shoot. He has 31 points to lead all scorers. Campbell with the foul, and here's Dumars.
Joe's dragging that leg coming to the line. I can't tell whether it's a leg or a lower backache right now.
Is anyone perfectly healthy on either team?
Not with all the banging that's been happening here tonight.
Kareem is back. There's Rodman with the ice, supplied by Mike Abdenauer, the trainer. James Brown.
All right, Dick, while injuries are a real problem for L.A., it's a potential problem as far as Detroit's concerned. Dennis Rodman's back injury was one that he went to the hospital today to get an X-ray to see if, in fact, anything was broken, and, in fact, it wasn't. Bill Laimbeer had a mystery injury. It's been diagnosed as a pinched nerve in his shooting arm. That accounts for only 3 shots, and his sitting on the bench quite a while. Let's go back to Dick.
We better start having hands raised here. Are we going to have 5-on-5?
We're going to call the Red Cross in. Joe Dumars now with 33 points. There's our story. James Brown reported. Pat Riley said, how badly do you want it tonight? They're playing without Magic Johnson, who pulled a hamstring in the 3rd quarter. Scott hasn't played at all. Michael Thompson battles. And Edwards gets the rebound.
With Detroit, if it's there, you take it. If it's not, you back it out and make the offense move.
2 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. There's the shot clock. Thomas. Campbell has it. Meanwhile, the Lakers have scored only 6 points here in this 4th quarter, after they led by 8 after 3. Kareem. And traveled before the shot turns it over.
That's a frustrated game.
Timeout. With the Pistons leading 104-98.
It's been said Chrysler's LeBaron may be the most beautiful car to come out of an American design studio in over a decade. What hasn't been said is that it comes out with an intercooled 2.2 turbo with the security of four-wheel disc brakes and the driver's airbag standard, and that it comes out doing 0 to 60 in 7.9 seconds. One other thing that hasn't been said, it comes out at a very attractive price.
Now get 0% financing or $300 to $2,000 cash back on LeBaron.
Time for the All-State Good Hands Award. Based on his total steals and assist-to-turnover ratio during the postseason, Earvin Magic Johnson had the best hands in the NBA's Western Conference playoffs. And this beautiful bounce pass to James Worthy is just one reason we can say, good hands, Magic. That's the All-State Good Hands Award. And remember, you're in good hands with Allstate, a member of the Sears Financial Network.
If you've got yourself a car and you've got yourself a house, you could be on your way to some very nice savings. Because with Allstate Homeowners Insurance and an excellent driving record, you could save up to 15% on your auto insurance. And 15% could mean big money for all the important little things.
What a day.
What a day. The Allstate Auto Advantage. Another reason. A member of the Sears Financial Network.
Last year, it ended in a four-way sudden death thriller. Now another stellar field faces off at the manufacturer's Hanover Westchester Classic this weekend on CBS Sports.
And welcome to the Palace of Auburn Hills, Michigan. And if you're just joining us after your local news, we are seeing a fascinating game here. And the big story occurred with 4:39 remaining in the third quarter when Magic Johnson, number 32 of the Lakers in the middle, pulled up lame with a hamstring pull. The score was tied then. The Lakers went on a tear and took an 8-point lead, but in the fourth quarter, only one basket by LA, and Detroit is in position to take a 2-0 lead in this best-of-7 series. And Pat Riley and the Lakers, the two-time defending champs, trying to fight back with 2:21 remaining, and the Pistons leading by 6. There's the story with fouls and timeouts. This is Dick Stockton along with Hubie Brown. Hubie, how do you look at this one at this time?
Well, the Lakers, you just cannot go to one man because everyone then stands around and watches him go one-on-one. If he's not open, you must continue the movement within your offense, your continuity. Keep everyone busy, but more important, make every guy a potential threat.
And Campbell pushes Thomas. That's a non-shooting foul. That's the fourth, though, and the next foul by the Lakers will put them in the penalty. Detroit is already there. There's our story. The Pistons won by 12 points in Game 1 here at the Palace on Tuesday. Campbell knocks it away. So it looked like the Lakers were going to score a bundle tonight. But they're still one basket shy of 100 against Detroit. And Thomas lost it out of bounds. And the Lakers now. There's Pat Riley and Chuck Daly, the two coaches, neither of whom feel like sitting down and relaxing right now.
This game is still up for grabs either way.
Tony Campbell with the basket, only the second hoop for LA in the fourth quarter, and it's 104-100, and LA is the first team to score 100 against the Pistons in the playoffs this year. Every possession will be critical. Edwards misses. Rebound, Michael Thompson.
Oh,
and a backcourt violation as Campbell threw it back to Worthy. What is a coach like Riley feeling right now?
Oh, right now his stomach is tearing it away. See, they knew that let him take that corner shot. They want the long rebound and the possible fast break. That's just a tough play. See, that's one of the very few times in this quarter that they tried to push the basketball for the fast break.
McGuire to Thomas. Blocked by Thompson. Here's Isiah with a short jumper. 17 of his 19 in the second half.
Well, they're getting them to miss. But the execution on the rebound and get it up is not there.
It's a 6-point Piston lead. Michael Thompson is fouled, and the Lakers need to score every time they have the ball. You know, Hubie, it's amazing. Last night, the 3 Piston guards scored 65 points. Thomas, Dumars, and Johnson. Tonight, they have 70. A phenomenal game, again, by Detroit's guards, and that's how they win games.
Well, you know, Dumars was sensational, but Thomas and Vinnie Johnson, quiet. You know, to add to that.
Well, Dumars has 33 and did most of his work in the first half, but Thomas and Vinnie Johnson have been like tornadoes in the second half.
Michael Thompson just made a very, very strong move.
It's a 4-point game and 1 minute remaining. 106 to 102.
Like we said, anytime that you're in a trap defensively, it's tough to rebound. All 5 guys must go to the glass for you. It's an excellent strategy. Spread them out.
Lakers need a stop right here. Dumars. Rebound Green with 41 seconds to go. Now Detroit has to put the defensive clamps on. Campbell to Green. Foul by Aguirre, and that's the last thing Chuck Daly ever wanted, was that kind of a foul from Aguirre out there.
Yeah, Charlie's frustrated over there on the side. There he is. You know, one thing you do not want when a guy takes a jump shot is to foul him. A, it stops the clock. B, you got a good opportunity. It's a long shot. He might miss the shot.
Green is 2 for 2 from the line tonight. That was Aguirre's 5th personal foul. One more and he's out. 32 seconds remain in game number 4, at least in the fourth quarter, game 2. And the Lakers, with a free throw here, could come within 2. A lot can happen in a half a minute.
Now, if you're the Lakers,
Detroit will take a timeout.
There are 32 seconds on the shot clock. All right, you only have 24. Just don't foul.
You're looking sharp. You're looking good. You've come so far. And we know how to make the most of who you are. Where the race is run, you're the champion. Gillette.
The Gillette Atra Plus system with the Lubra Smooth Strip for the best a man can get.
Now, isn't that a beautiful car? Pretty thing, isn't it? Oh, yes, yes. And that one looks like a limousine.
The ring, please.
Feel that leather. So luxurious. So plush.
And Wilma.
Beautiful wedding.
Chrysler, driving to be the best. Chrysler Plymouth dealers are offering 0% financing on every new 1989 car in stock.
Cold filtered. Never heat pasteurized. Miller Genuine Draft. For those who've discovered its smooth, real draft beer taste, the world is a very cool place. So tap into the cold. Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft.
The Pistons travel to L.A. to battle the Lakers on their star-studded home turf. The finals, Game 3, Sunday. Rock on!
32 seconds to go in the fourth. The Pistons with the ball lead by 2. There's the timeout story. The Lakers are left with 2. 24 seconds on the shot clock. How's Pat Riley thinking right now?
Well, he's been in his half-court trap the last 7 or 8 possessions. I expect him to be in it again. His concern, he knows that he is giving up that corner jump shot. His main thing is that when the shot goes up, that they do not foul and that all 5 guys rebound. You look to send the ball the length of the floor first for a fast break. If it's not there, call a timeout. Now, if you're Detroit, you definitely have to take a good shot. The Lakers are in the trap.
Thomas in trouble, calls a timeout. Good trap by Cooper and Green. Dumars couldn't get free, and now the Pistons call a 20-second timeout. They have 2 timeouts remaining, and so do the Lakers. Now what?
Well, that time you saw the trap, but it was more aggressive. Pat Riley sent his wing people all the way out. They've been playing very passively up until now. He's taking that trap and extending it. So now when they trap the guard, he has a longer pass to make if he's going to go to the corners.
14 seconds on the shot clock. 21 in the quarter. Can the Lakers stop him here and get a possession that could get him a tie? Aguirre will inbound.
The Lakers are man-to-man right now.
Dumars against Worthy. Double. Out to Johnson. Thomas, long shot, way short. And the buzzer sounds, and it'll be Lakers ball with 7 seconds to go and a chance to tie it up. And a timeout called by L.A. They didn't get it off. They took an air ball on the shot as the clock ran down. And so the Lakers now with 1 timeout left have 7 seconds to try to tie the score. We'll be back.
A renegade Vulcan.
I must have your starship.
You look like you've just seen a ghost. A forgotten past.
Spock, it would appear that you've been given a second chance to join me. What do you say?
Spock, my only concern is getting the ship back. You're either with me or you're not. A test of loyalty. Shoot him! I ordered you to defend your ship.
You ordered me to kill my brother.
Star Trek V, The Final Frontier. Rated PG. Starts Friday, June 9th at theaters everywhere.
Okay. But just suppose another tornado rips up our Meadville plant. Then what? Or suppose we have a string of accidents, like we did in '86. Suppose I get sick again. Would another insurance company come through like the people from the Hartford? I doubt it. And after 14 years, this fella is not about to find out.
When you need us most, we're at our best. The Hartford.
They've adjusted the clock to 8 seconds now, and the Lakers have only 1 timeout left. Of course, they could take it if they don't like what they see defensively. So there's Chuck Daly, who now has to defend against L.A.
Well, what the Lakers must do always is get the basketball in bounds. If they need a timeout, take the timeout. If you're Detroit, remember, the most dangerous guy is the guy passing the ball in bounds. You do not want him to get a return pass or a cut to the basket. Now, as you look at the Lakers, you would think that they would go to Worthy. But many times in this situation, you use your key people as decoys. They are bringing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar back into the game, so they have 2 major scoring threats here in Worthy and Kareem.
And how many times has Kareem done it when they've needed it? And there's Cooper, who's 19 points, starting for Byron Scott, leads the Lakers.
Now, Detroit, they want to switch out on all crosses and all picks. They want to switch out and deny. Remember that Detroit also has a timeout left. Here's a clear out.
5 seconds to go. 4. Worthy goes in and is fouled, and he can go to the line and tie it up with 2 seconds remaining. But the Pistons will get their hands on the ball again.
You'll see the clear out here. Here's Rodman. He catches him right there with the body. Okay, he caught him first before Worthy elevated. He was not in position to take an outright charge that time.
There he is tonight. 4 of 6 from the line. He needs both to tie it.
Pat Riley wants a timeout.
The horn is coming in. They may have to go for a miss here and get the offensive rebound and score to tie it.
Well, they just set up their people to do that.
He makes the free throw. It's a 1-point game, and now the Lakers are going to have to foul.
fluids and minerals fast. Energy for hard-working muscles. Nothing better. Give me some of that Gatorade.
You've just discovered your car has a clear coat finish, which your ordinary wax just ruined. New Simonized non-abrasive wax won't scratch today's clear coat finishes, and that'll save you a lot of grief.
The product. The vehicles. The testing grounds. The results. STP oil treatment is the edge.
With only one free throw by Worthy, the Lakers are going to have to foul. If Detroit makes both, three-point lead, then the Lakers have 1 second, in essence, to try a three-point basket to tie.
Well, the pressure is on the Lakers, then, that they cannot let any player go long and catch a ball going away. The other factor is that everyone has to be so close to their man that they foul him immediately on the catch, so that only 1 second goes off the clock. Now, naturally, if you're Detroit, you're going to be trying to get people to go away from the basketball and maybe make a longer pass. Now, if you are Detroit in a situation now, you want to be smart. You want to make sure that you pass the basketball up towards your end of the floor where the basket is. I was kind of surprised on that foul shot down at the other end, Dick. I really was. But Pat Riley, they set up their two players at the top of the circle, and if that miss was, both guys were going to cut down the lane to try to tap that one in.
It hit the front rim and then went in. Dumars, Vinnie Johnson, Mahorn, Edwards, and Thomas. Each team has one timeout remaining.
So you do not want to foul a man before the ball is thrown inbounds, because that is a two-shot foul. So the flight of the ball must be coming in and across that plane. There he is, he's open.
And the buzzer sounds. 1 second is on, though. It's 1 second left, so the Lakers gone to the brink. We'll have 1 second left. Detroit will go to the line. The Lakers will call a timeout. Now, if you're Detroit, do you miss the shot? Some people have played it that way.
Well, some people have. He'll try to make this first one right now. Now, some people will miss that shot. Let the rebound come off.
Thomas 1 for 2 from the line tonight.
Now, Darryl Garrettson, the head of the officials, was right on that foul, and he is the one who overruled the clock going off and put the 1 second back on the clock.
Let's see how Thomas in Detroit plays it. He's got the 1. The lead is 2. If he makes it, LA calls a timeout and gets it at half court to try a 3. He makes it. The Lakers call a time, and they must make a three-point basket with 1 second to go to send it in overtime. Otherwise, it's Detroit 2-0.
Who uses Valvoline motor oil? People like leading race car driver Al Unser Jr.
If a driver ever told you, no, I don't get scared, I'm not scared, he's lying to you. The technology that goes into the Indy car is second to none. Over half the field at Indy is using Valvoline. If there was a motor oil out there that was better, it would be in my car.
People who know use Valvoline.
When it comes to protecting your investment, isn't it worth paying for the real thing? Because only Armorall works like Armorall.
It's all in front of us, Hubie. 3 points down, 1 second to go.
Well, right now, Pat Riley knows that the guy out of bounds is obsolete right now, mainly because there is only 1 second on the clock. A lot of NBA teams will throw the ball in bounds. The outer guy will step in right back to him. He takes a three. That's out. He has got to free up a three-point shooter right now so that on the catch, the player can catch it and release on the shot. At the other end of the floor, Chuck Daly is saying, we are going to position our guys so that I don't care what you do inside of that three-point circle. We are not going to let you run a guy out to a three-point shot, and that's exactly how they're playing.
Jeff Lamp is coming the game for the Lakers. Green will inbound.
See, they're all playing him on the top side.
Lamp, Worthy, Cooper, Campbell, and Green, the inbounds passer for the Lakers. And Lamp lost it, and the game is over. Only two teams have ever come back from a 2-0 deficit to win a title. The Celtics and the Trailblazers, and the Lakers, who lost Magic Johnson and an 8-point lead, have lost both games at the Palace, and the Detroit Pistons are within 2 games of winning their first NBA championship. Right now, let's go over to James Brown.
All right, Coach, you said you weren't going to allow your guys to get complacent because you knew what the Lakers were capable of. You did it.
Well, we did. We got fortunate, unfortunate, unfortunate. Magic got hurt. We were a little lethargic first half. Too many second shots. Fought back good enough to get a win. That's all we wanted to get out of here.
Congratulations on the victory, Coach.
Thanks, James.
Joe Dumars, now, a guy who's guarding the toughest offensive players around is not supposed to have a great offensive game himself.
Yeah, been scoring all year, though, but I get more notoriety for the defense.
You came out awfully determined. Had you made your mind up before the game that that's the way you were going to be?
Have to. At this point, you got to be aggressive, and that's what I was thinking tonight when I come out.
Are you surprised that you're up 2-0 on the Lakers?
This is where we want to be. I'm not surprised.
Now, I know that there's a guy that you're very close to, and I know he's very proud of your performance today.
Yeah, it's Adrian Dantley, and I know he's watching the game. We're going to try to get it, AD.
All right, Mr. Quiet himself. Now let's go upstairs to Pat O'Brien.
All right, JB, where they want to be indeed. They are up 2-0. The Lakers are now in a situation where they must win all 3 games in Los Angeles. We'll be back after this with more from the Palace of Auburn Hills. Stay with us.
I stained this last year, and it's fading already. Why?
You didn't protect it with Thompson's Water Seal Stain.
Look at that cracking. Guess I used the wrong stain.
You did. Only Water Seal Stain contains Thompson's Water Seal. It seals water out, holds color in, for a freshly stained look year after year.
With Water Seal Stain, the next time won't be for a long time.
Thompson's Water Seal Stain. Beauty that lasts at last.
You've just discovered your car has a clear coat finish, which your ordinary wax just ruined. New Simonized non-abrasive wax won't scratch today's clear coat finishes, and that'll save you a lot of grief.
Attention, all men with noses. Schick brings you the Slim Twin Disposable. It's 28% slimmer than Good News to give you a close shave even in hard-to-reach places. The Schick Slim Twin, preferred by men who have noses.
Tomorrow morning, both teams all go to Los Angeles, and Game 3 is Sunday at 3:30 Eastern Time here on CBS Sports. So for Dick Stockton, Hubie Brown, James Brown, this is Pat O'Brien saying so long from the Palace, where the final score in a dramatic basketball game, the Detroit Pistons 108, the Los Angeles Lakers 105.